Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the stream. If you're new to my stream, my name is Abhishek Sharma, and I'm trying to learn advanced backend and system design. And this is day 19 of that. So, if you enjoyed the stream, do consider subscribing to this channel and drop a like. So, let's get started now. Just a sec. Just a sec, guys. Satyam Bhosle. Hey, sup, bro. Hello, Satyam. Welcome back to the stream. How are you? Today's goal is to understand rate limiting. That's what my main target is for today, to understand rate limiting. Okay, where is it? Satyam Bhosle, I left the last stream in between. Okay, Tap Fusion 2, Pehchana. Hello, Tap Fusion 2. Welcome back to the stream. Satyam Bhosle, as I am also working on my mobile app. Oh, that's nice. What tech stack are you using, Satyam? React Native or Flutter? What are you using? Okay. So for this one, we had the chat here. Yep, this is the chat. Fine. Okay. Fine. So now is we need to implement Redis rate limiting. Okay. Tab Vision, do you have a pet? No, I don't have a pet. Satyam, so to tell you my entire tech stack for the video streaming app. Okay, what's your tech stack? Okay, fine. So just a sec. Where is it? Step 5. Step 5. Step 5. Okay. Satyam Bhosle, Backend, Node.js, Express, Postgres, Redis, Boolean Okay. Okay. So for step 5, we have to go for step 5, I think. Step 5, where is it? Step 5. This is my step 1. Okay. Okay, step 1. Step 1 and okay. There we go. This is my step 5. So for step 5, we are getting hot caching. That is fine. Hot caching is fine. Let's go with rate limiting. Fine. Step 6. Step 6. Step 6. Okay. And also rate limiting. Is there any article on rate limiting? What is rate limiting? Okay, rate limiting system design. Fine. Satyam, backend Cloudflare workers and Cloudflare R2 for the image and video files. Oh, nice. Frontend super admin app Vite plus React web app Next.js mobile app React Native. Oh, that's nice, Satyam. That's great. Like what are you building? Like what kind of application? What is your product about? Okay. So rate limiting and system design. Rate limiting system design. Rate limiting is a technique used in system architecture to regulate how quickly a system processes. Just a sec before we go into this. Let's okay, have this and yeah, this one. Fine. Okay. So now we are working on. Just a sec. Please do rate limiting. Okay. Fine. Rate limit is a technique used in system design architecture to regulate how quickly a system processes or serves incoming requests or actions. Satyam Bhosle. Suppose this is more like a YouTube-like app, only as this is mostly focused on learning but also developing with mindset of making it as a product grade. Okay, without the compliances. So super admin app is like if YouTube management team is using it. Oh, that's nice. So even I want to get into video streaming, like how to implement video streaming. That is also that is what I am interested in as well. So Satyam, you can tell me about the resources. If it's possible for you, you can share the resources that you are using to understand video streaming. Like in YouTube, we have this video streaming. Like video is streamed in YouTube, right? So if you have the resource, you can share. Goal wave essay show SaaS. Like the development of the SaaS is done, and you can see my previous stream. Like if you want to see the SaaS, and now I have not deployed it yet because I need to register my business. Okay, Macdon, you are breaking your consistency. Actually, like I want to enjoy this. Like when I this streaming thing, I want to enjoy it while learning. So that's why sometimes I do take a break because I don't want to what is that called. And I usually take a break on weekends, on a Sunday usually, and I want to enjoy this and don't force myself to do it because see, I'm not here. YouTube is like a side thing for me, right? So I want to enjoy it, like after doing all the work during my daytime, then at night I just enjoy and like to learn new things, and I just show you guys how I'm learning. So this is about that thing. Okay, Satyam Bhosle, search Mehul Mohan. How Netflix works? Yes, actually, I've seen this video. Mehul Mohan videos. I have seen. I follow him. Utkarsh Singh, what do you think about your vibe coding? Isn't it suitable for freshers or juniors? Instead, it's good for seniors dev who know what's going on in the generated code line by line. See, actually, if you are a complete fresher, like if you don't know anything about programming, I will not suggest you vibe coding because vibe coding is good once you have experience, once you know how to develop software's applications. Then vibe coding is good for you because it will increase your productivity and increase your development speed. But if you're a complete beginner, complete fresher, you have no idea about coding, then vibe coding is just like as long as you have money to pay for the tokens, vibe coding will work for you, and it can be very expensive as well. Okay, Macdon, I'm back home unemployed. What happened, Macdon? Vikas Gupta, welcome to the stream, Vikas. Bro, can you introduce yourself? I'm your new sub. Hello, Vikas. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Abhishek Sharma, and my goal is to build my own startup and build my SaaS products. And I left my job. I had a job in a service-based company in an MNC. I left my job around 3 months ago now. So yeah, I was working there as a Spring Boot developer, and it was an MNC. So I left my job 3 months ago because I was not enjoying it, and I wanted to build my own startup for a long time. So I thought, let's bet on myself, and I left my job. And in this YouTube channel, I document my entire journey of building products, how I am learning things, and how I'm trying to build my startup. So this channel is all about that. Satyam Bhosle, web app and mobile is more like how we use it, and it has ad system too, where you can put the image based and video based ads. Later I'm going to extend this with shorts. Okay, so Satyam, how did you create that ad network? Raj the gamer, welcome to the stream. Raj, hi, what tech stack I should use? I am migrating my tool to new stack because previously I told AI to ship it directly, upload a whole folder with all source codes and all its Premiere Pro extension. I will suggest you the easiest tech stack you can start with is Stack. Satyam Bhosle, and as I'm also learning the Elixir, then I'll extend this with live streaming too. Oh, that's nice, Satyam. Nice. Macdon, have you heard about Jane Street? No, I did not hear that. Okay. Now let's focus, guys. Let's start focusing now. Fine. Rate limiting is it limits the quantity or frequency of client requests to prevent overload, maintain stability, and ensure fair resource distribution. Reduce the risk of resource abuse and denial of service attacks. Okay, fine. Let's go here. And here we'll start with rate limiting. Rate limiting, we have this rate limiting file. Okay, starting with rate limiting. Okay, so yeah, Vikas. So I'm into cloud and all. Can you guide me for that, for jobs and all? Yeah, sure. See, for cloud, see DevOps. If you are into cloud computing and all, if you're a complete fresher, it's a bit difficult to directly get a job as a DevOps engineer or a cloud engineer because it requires experience. As a like you need experience as a developer only. Then most of the MNCs, what they do, they hire cloud engineers who have experience. So I will suggest that if you're a complete fresher, like if you have zero experience, then I will suggest you first get a bit of knowledge about development, and then when you build projects, when you deploy those projects, then understand about cloud computing. It will help you. दीक्षांत गेमिंग, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम दीक्षांत भाई। आज मेरा फर्स्ट डे था इंटर्नशिप में, बट ही सेड पहले हम तुम्हें वर्डप्रेस सिखाएंगे या पीएचपी, साथ साथ कोड समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या करूं। See, these things happen that when you join a company, that company might be using any different language that you're not familiar with. So you have to start learning, and you have to be a quick learner in this sense. Okay, Raj the gamer, it suggests a React, TS, Tailwind, and Node. Like that's Node, you can use it in backend. You can go for Nest.js or Express.js, whatever you're interested in. Do cloud engineer jobs have a lot of scope and money in today's world? Yes, cloud engineers have a lot of scope, because see, even if AI is there, people are a bit hesitant to use AI in cloud directly for deployment because human intervention is required in cloud, right? Because if AI makes any small mistake, then lots of resources will be lost in cloud computing, right? So that's why cloud computing, in my opinion, it is a bit more AI safe now. But as a fresher, it's a bit difficult to get a job directly as a cloud engineer. शांत, मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या करूं क्योंकि 6 months की है। PHP सीखना स्टार्ट कर दो। विकास गुप्ता, थैंक यू ब्रदर, वेलकम विकास। दीक्षांत, स्टाइपेंड भी लो है 8K months एंड मंथ्स भी 6 है। मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ कि PHP सीखना स्टार्ट। PHP इज अ वेरी गुड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज, सो यूज इट, स्टार्ट लर्निंग इट एज अ प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज। ओके, रेट लिमिटिंग इज इट? ओके, फाइन। ओके, these things are important. Fine. Denial of service attack. So what is denial of service attack? What is denial of service attack? Denial of service attack. Okay, denial of service attack, what is it? Denial of service attack is a type of cyber attack in which malicious actor aims to render a computer or other device unavailable so to its intended users by okay, got it. Denial of service, basically a bot coming to my server and making unlimited requests so that other users' request cannot be processed. That's denial of service. Okay, fine, got it. Example, used in web servers, APIs, network traffic management, and database access with example like AWS API gateway throttling. Okay, fine. Ensures fair resource usage among multiple users and improves overall system reliability and performance. Okay. Example, an API allows only 100 requests per minute per user. If a user exceeds this limit, further requests are temporarily blocked or delayed to protect the system. Okay, got it. This is a very good example of this. Okay, fine. Client rate limit. Okay, this is a good image. Let's take a screenshot. Let's take a screenshot of this image. This is a rate limiter, and here we can put this image. Where is it? Image, upload file, screenshot, denial of service. Okay, so this is important. Fine. Add in Gross, welcome to the stream. Add in, how to get out of the tutorial hell, any tips? I have made a video on that, but in short I can say that if you want to get out of tutorial hell, first, initially when you learn any new tech stack, you have to watch 1 or 2 good videos and code along with those videos. That is step 1, code along with those videos. And Once tutorial is over, once you have made the project while watching a tutorial, whatever knowledge you have gained, use that knowledge to build another project, like a smaller project, but try to build it on your own. That's the best way to avoid to get out of tutorial help. Project based learning will help you with that. Dikshant Gaming. But currently I'm learning Munstack developer bhai. Okay, I understand that, but the thing is, even if you can give around 2 to 3 hours during your job time, only learn PHP. And like maybe if they are giving you training, use that training, or if not, then you have to learn it yourself. You have to manage it. Job में ऐसा ही होता है. A job internship में you will not get your ideal dream scenario. Like basically in my previous company I was learning Munstack and Django. I was a Python developer previously, but in my company they were using Spring Boot and Java, so I had to learn Spring Boot and Java, right? So similarly, whatever free time you have, use that to learn Munstack if you're interested in Munstack, but give 2 to 3 hours to learning PHP that is used in your company, right? So as per your company requirement, you have to give your time. Private Ritik, how you download Excalibur offline? I downloaded it because I opened Excalibur in my browser and there was this this extension. Like I clicked on it and it got downloaded automatically. MacDon, my friend works in Maruti Suzuki. How good is it? I have no idea. Like Maruti Suzuki is a renowned company, car company. Vaibhav, अभी Spring Boot सीखना चाहिए Node.js. As a complete fresher, I will suggest go with Node.js. Raj the Gamer, I have started streaming of vibe coding, but with no audience, I can't stream more than hour of 2. How should I do long streams? Why is your efforts dependent on audience? Like people, initially nobody gets audience. Even if when I started if you see my first stream, I had 0 audience, but still I was going on because when I started streaming, I never did it for the audience. I did it because so that I can be consistent, so you need to develop this mindset where views or results don't impact your effort. Raj the Gamer, I've started streaming. Okay, Tyler, Abhishek, आज मैं Munstack में authorization और cookies पढ़ रहा था. अब कोड का मतलब तो समझ लिया, लेकिन खुद से कैसे लिखूं? First I will tell you, go to YouTube, search one good YouTube video on authorization with cookies, watch 1 or 2 good videos and code along with it. That is the first step. Second step, go to what I do, go to GPT and tell GPT to teach you, and then follow the steps. And also whatever GPT is teaching you, use that code and compare it with the code from the official documentation. दीक्षांत, मैं आपका ही वेट कर रहा था बहुत देर से कि आप बताओगे. Oh Dikshant, thanks a lot man, thanks for waiting. Dyland, welcome to the stream. Dyland, new sub, by the way. What book or source to start learning coding? Can you recommend any? Okay, so for coding I don't suggest books. For coding I will suggest a YouTube channel. There are lots of YouTube channels, like there are lots of free resources depending on the tech stack. If you can tell me your tech stack, what tech stack you're interested in, then I can suggest you. Leo Mercy, welcome to stream. Leo, bro, I'm working on a project based on Linux called Student OS with my team of 5, like it for students, like focus mode, etc. and various feature. I'm bound to, just a sec, hold on, I'm bound to not reveal it. It will be non-profitable. Actually, building an OS is very difficult, but like if you can pull it off, you have to be very good in C, C++ programming language. You have to understand kernels and all these things. It's very interesting what you're doing. Vaibhav, development or DSA कैसे balance करूँ? Okay, see, development and DSA can be balanced together. We have this misconception that if I do DSA, I cannot do development, and people do a mistake. They do a mistake that when they do DSA, they give 6 to 8 hours to DSA every single day. But you don't have to do that. What you can do is, if you want to get into DSA, give 2 hours to DSA at max, and do DSA in your first half. Like for example, when you wake up, after waking up, then do DSA 1 or 2 questions every single day and make it a habit. Make solving DSA questions a habit, and then rest of the day do development. That's what I used to do when I was preparing for companies. MacDon, at what time do you sleep and wake up? I sleep by 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and I wake up by 9 a.m. Adin Goss, welcome to stream. Adin, I'm just starting off with full stack. Do you think learning in 2026 starting from HTML, CSS, JavaScript and so on so worth it? And all I'm thinking is still learn because I believe fundamental takes me place. Exactly, Adin. If your fundamentals are strong, then see, whenever you're starting something, you have to learn fundamentals. You just cannot wipe code everything. You have to understand the fundamentals. Only then you can, even if you switch to using AI to write code, that's fine. I've made a video today only where I told that how I use AI while coding. So the thing is, you have to make your fundamentals really clear. So focus on that. BBX एनीमे वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम भाई. वीडियो एआई खुद का कैसे बाइक तक अनलिमिटेड यूज़ करके भाई वीडियो एआई खुद का. कैन यू एक्सप्लेन BBX एनीमे? Raj, after stream do a talking session on Discord for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, that's a nice suggestion, Raj. Macdon, go daddy. Okay, adding Ross, what is the 2026 tech stack according to you? According to me, the 2026 tech stack, actually there's a competition between two tech stack in my opinion. First is JavaScript tech stack like Express, Node, React, Next.js tech stack. Along with database, I will prefer Postgres over MongoDB because Postgres, I'm becoming a fan of Postgres every single day when I use it. And that's one tech stack. And another, and for AI, you can, if you want to integrate AI into your application, then you can go for OpenAI and or Anthropic. That's the LLM competition there. And if you want to get into Python based, then I will suggest you go for Fast API. Okay, Suresh Kumar, welcome to the stream, Suresh. Bro, I have one doubt that is in Java. Hikari CP is library. I don't know, man, what is Hikari. Satyam, I'm sorry there was electricity cut for 2 minutes. That's fine, Satyam. That's fine. Okay. BBX anime. Abhishek भाई, मैंने क्लॉड से कोड करके वेबसाइट बना दी मस्त. तो क्या मैं उससे बिजनेस कर सकता हूँ या कोडिंग मस्ट है? सी क्लाउड, इफ़ यू आर यूजिंग क्लॉड दैट्स फाइन. ठीक है, जब तक आपके पास पैसे हैं, आप टोकन्स के लिए पैसे दे सकते हैं, गो फॉर इट. बट if you want to make a business, you should focus on limiting the resources so that your profits can increase, because Claude is a bit expensive. The tokens are expensive. Dyland, I guess for web development for fun, but if you have any choice like which would be useful in future, because I tried ChatGPT and all they make HTML websites in seconds. I don't know which one to learn. Dylan, what's your I guess for developer? Okay, if you want to get into web development, then I will suggest go with JavaScript as your main programming language, because if you are strictly going for web development, go with JavaScript. Understand backend with Node.js, Express.js, understand authentication, authorization, JSON web tokens, understand rate limiting, caching, then understand PostgreSQL, Prisma ORM, or Drizzle, whatever you're interested in. And for front end, first understand HTML, CSS, just basics. Then after you get into that, then you can get into React.js, and after React, get into Next.js. This gives you a complete full stack framework. Satyam Bhosle. So for now, this app has no recommendation engine, integration and everything, and ads, you will have ads management app where you will tell about your business and then ads will be displayed. Okay, so like, have you built any ad engine? Like, how will the feed decide when to show an ad? Okay, on the basis of ads for now. Okay, Macdon, what is this weird ad showing on your screen? Actually, this is we are using we are using this Geeks for Geeks website to learn, so it is showing ad there. Okay, guys. Now I'll read the chat after a while. Just give me a few minutes because we have to learn these. Okay, rate limitation various system can require. Okay, API rate limiting. APIs commonly types of rate limiting. Very important. Okay, APIs commonly employ rate limiting to control use cases. This is important. Use cases, fine. To control the volumes of web server rate limiting. Web servers employ rate limiting as a defense against denial of service attacks to prevent server overload. Database rate limiting to keep database server from experiencing undue strain. To preserve database performance, rate limitation is applied to database queries. For instance, to avoid resource exhaustion and guarantee seamless functioning, an e-commerce website can restrict the quantity of database queries per user. Okay, login rate restriction. To stop password guessing and brute force assaults, login systems employ rate restriction. Systems can prevent unwanted access by restricting the quantity of login attempts made by each person of IP. Oh, okay, okay, got it. Types. IP rate limiting. Then servers based rate limiting. Then geography based rate limiting. Okay, nice. Types of rate limiting as well. Types of rate limiting. Like this documentation I'm building so that it can be in future. I can just have a quick look to these documentation and I can understand. Okay, this is important, this is important, this entire thing is important. BBX anime, how to make own API like ChatGPT or OpenAI in free. भैया मैं कॉलेज में जाने वाला हूँ, 1 साल का फ़ी 4 लाख है, 4 ईयर्स में 16 लाख। Tier 2 कॉलेज है, क्या सही रहेगा? हाँ भाई, मैं खुद Tier 2 कॉलेज से हूँ। मैंने भी मेरा भी इतना ही लगा था, लाइक इससे थोड़ा कम था उस टाइम। सत्यम भोसले, फॉर नाउ आई एम जस्ट यूजिंग द 25% चेक पॉइंट टाइम स्टैप ऑफ द वीडियो as I'm not tracing the viewer retention percentage video to get the retention graph. Okay, nice. And I'm mostly relying on CSA, client side ad insertion. Okay, nice. Okay, so first we have IP based rate limiting. This technique limits the number of requests a client can make based on their IP address within a specific time period. It is commonly used to prevent abuse like bots and denial of service attacks. Example, an outline retailer allows only 10 requests per minute per IP address to prevent bots from scraping products data while allowing normal users to browse smoothly. Advantage: this approach is widely used due to its simplicity and effectiveness in basic traffic control. Simple to implement at both network and application levels. Okay, can be bypassed using VPNs. Okay, IP rate limiting can be bypassed by using VPNs and proxies. Server based rate limiting. This technique limits the number of requests a server can handle within a specific time period to prevent limits the number of requests a server can handle. Okay, a server can handle within a specific time period to prevent overload and maintain performance. Example, a music streaming service allows only 100 requests per second per server to ensure the system remain fast and responsive during peak usage. This approach helps maintain system stability by controlling traffic at the senior server level, prevent servers from being overwhelmed during high traffic, ensure fair resource usage, so no single user degrades performance. However, it may not be fully effective in distributed environments. Can be bypassed if requests are spread across multiple servers. Users may face delays if limits are too strict or traffic is high. Okay. This technique, geography based rate limiting. This technique limit requests based on traffic, a user IP address. It is useful for controlling traffic from specific regions and improving security or compliance. Okay, a social media platform limits requests from a region known for bot activity to 10 requests per minute to reduce spam and fake accounts. Okay, interesting. This approach is helpful for controlling region specific traffic and improving security. Helps reduce malicious traffic. Okay. Disadvantages: however, it may affect legitimate users and can be bypassed. Can be bypassed using VPN. Okay, nice. The number of queries a user system can make. Stephen, hi bro. Hello Stephen, welcome to the stream. Satyam Bhosle. If you're going to work with video streaming and live streaming are different, then I would really love to work with you. Okay Satyam, like when we get into that, then I'll show you. Do you I have zero experience in Rust. Stephen. Mohammed Hussain, GoDaddy sponsored you. No man, actually we are reading article from Geeks for Geeks, so it is showing ad there. I don't know how to avoid that. MacDonald, what is the SI unit of electrical resistance? Ohm. 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 Okay. Server rate limiting algorithm. Okay, okay, this is important. Rate limiting algorithms are important. Leaky bucket algorithm, fixed window counting algorithm, sliding window. Okay, fine. This is important. Rate limiting algorithms are important. Okay, so for this, time can be managed by rate limitation. Service. Okay. Stephen, Rust is a trending language now. Actually, trending language. See, people are using, people are learning Rust a lot. So yeah, it is getting popular. Okay, Shiva, use Brave browser for ads. Okay, even how did I forget that? Thank you, Shiva. Thanks a lot. I forgot, completely forgot about Brave browser. Hold on. The article. So here I can close this one, close this one, close this one, close this one, and here we can go for the night mode. Okay, this is cleaner. Fine. Yeah. What is the fifth state of matter? I know the fourth state is plasma. I don't know what is the fifth state of matter. Satyam Bosle, for bundler project I'll be using C++. Okay, nice. Bro, vibe coding slash AI coding कब तक चलेगा? Vibe coding and AI coding will evolve a lot. So वो तो चलेगा भाई. वो तो अभी रहने के लिए ही है. So it will change the way of writing code. Devil Gaming, welcome to the stream. Bro, what is Notion? Notion is a way of, making notes and arranging notes. Okay, so let's understand. A service might permit 100 requests per minute, for instance. An additional request will be blocked or slowed down by the system until the time window is reset once that limit is reached. This helps prevent things like abuse, bot attacks, overloading the server, while also ensuring that all the users get a fair chance to access the service. Okay, it's often done using different methods like token bucket or sliding window, but the goal is always the same: to keep the system running smoothly and protect it from excessive traffic. Rate limiting algorithms. Several rate limiting are commonly used in system design to control rate of incoming requests or actions. Below are some popular rate limiting algorithms. Token bucket. This is very popular, and leaky bucket is also very popular. Dylan, thanks for the info, by the way. Looking forward for your guidance in future too. Also, why don't you use AdBlock for the website? Actually, now we are using Brave browser. Okay, what? Hello, Ayn Khan. Welcome to the stream. Bose-Einstein condensate. Plasma is actually called Bose-Einstein condensate. What's up? Hello, Tarun. Welcome to the stream. Today we are understanding rate limiting. Satyam, for Rust, guys, check out the Lex Fridman latest. Yes, I saw that podcast. Mohammad Hussain, Mon stack versus Java stack. Which one is best and have better future scope? Okay, see, Java tech stack is very good. It like enterprise uses it, big MNCs uses them, right? But the thing is, as a fresher perspective, it's a bit difficult to get a job as a fresher, as a Spring Boot developer or Java developer, because even if you do your own research, you will find that for for Spring Boot developer, they are asking for 2 years of experience. So how will a fresher get that? So as a fresher, Munstack is, Munstack is easier to get into, but there's a lot of competition. But Spring Boot is very powerful. It's one of the most powerful backend framework, right? Because it is very powerful and it is used in Netflix. It is used in a lot of companies. So yeah, that's the thing. Satyam, he hosted the guys from VLC. Yeah, I saw that. Muted streamer. Welcome to the stream, muted streamer. What's up? Why do you use Notion for notes rather than Notepad? Any specific reason? I'm used to Notion now because it's easier to manage all the notes here. Okay, fine. Types of global per IP per user per route sliding window token bucket. For your backend, you need global API protection, protect entire backend. Example, strict auth protection. Your stack, best library, express rate limit, because memory limiter breaks in scaling. Express rate limiter, hold on, create Redis client. Create rate limiter. Okay, hold on. Token, the token bucket algo controls request rates by adding tokens to a bucket at a fixed rate. Each incoming request consumes a token, and requests are allowed if tokens are available. This allows short bursts of traffic while maintaining an overall rate limit. Tokens are added slowly over time, like water filling the bucket. Each request removes one token from the bucket. Okay. If no tokens are available, the request is rejected or delayed. Okay, so something like this. Hold on. So something like, for example, this is my bucket. This is my bucket, and this is my tap. This is my tap. This is my tap, and these are the tokens. These are the tokens, and then there are incoming requests. There are incoming request, right? Incoming request. So whenever there's an incoming request, one token will be discarded. Will be discarded. So as long as tokens are in the bucket, we can handle the request, and these tokens are coming at a fixed rate. That's token bucket algorithm. Okay, so one incoming request, first we have to check if there's a token in a bucket, like that's the thing. Okay, each request removes. Okay, if no tokens are available, request is blocked. We get 5 tokens per minute. If we don't use them, they get saved up to a limit. Suddenly you send 5 requests, all allowed, bursts allowed. 6 requests blocked, no tokens left. Okay, understood. Shiva, what's your typing speed? I don't know, man. Like, दीक्षांत गेमिंग भाई चैट मिस क्या था, चैट वापस भेज दो एक बार. Okay, Tarun, he uses Notion to share his notes to the viewers and better features that normal notes taking app has. To-do list, Kanban board, markdown support, etc. Yeah, true. Satyam, bro, do you know that? Do you know with Drizzle you also get Studio like GUIs, like Supabase, and also queries in Prisma. Also we have that called Prisma Studio. Umang Jain, hello, bye, hello Umang Jain, welcome to the stream. What's up? Leaky bucket. The leaky bucket algorithm controls the rate of requests by processing them at a fixed and constant rate. Incoming requests are placed in a queue, and they are handled in order at a steady rate, regardless of how fast they arrive. Requests are added to the bucket as they arrive. Okay, requests are processed at constant fixed rate. If the bucket reaches its capacity, additional requests are dropped. Example, bucket can hold 5 requests and processes 1 request per second. If request comes, all stored and processed slowly. If 10 requests come, 5 stored, 5 rejected, overflow. Okay, so basically in leaky bucket, what we have, for example, this is my queue, and for example we have a space of handling 5 requests per time. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. And for example, this is the process that will handle the request, right? And this request, for example, 1 process per minute. Okay, so if new request, as this queue is currently full, this new request will be rejected. So once 5 is processed, then this 4 will come here, 3 2 1, then there's this open space, so new request will go here, something like that. Okay, this is called leaky bucket algorithm. Okay, दीक्षांत गेमिंग भाई, जैसे मेरी इंटर्नशिप ड्यूरेशन 6 months की है, बट if I leave in 3 months and give interview without experience proof, but I show them team link and all of the company, is it useful or letter com? Completely. First tell me, when you joined this company, did they give you did you sign on any paper where it shows that you cannot leave without leave before 6 months, and or you have to serve the notice period or anything? If you have not signed anything, then you can leave, but it's better to show experience. Fixed window counting algorithm. The fixed window algorithm limits fixed window algorithm request by counting how many requests are made within a fixed time window, example per minute. If the number of requests exceeds a defined limit, further requests are rejected until the next window starts. Requests are counted within a fixed time interval. If the limit is exceeded, additional requests are blocked. Counter resets at the start of each time window. User sends 5 requests at 10 allowed, sends 2 more requests, blocked. Counter resets. Okay. Sliding window log algorithm. The sliding window log algorithm tracks each request by storing its timestamp and calculates the request rate over a moving time window. Older requests outside the window are removed. Okay, ensuring accurate rate. Stores timestamp. Okay. Example: limit 5 requests per minute. User send request between 10 to 1040 milliseconds. Allowed. User send 1 more request. Blocked. Already 5 in last 60 seconds. Okay. Here some challenges associated with implementing rate limiting system. Latency. To cause latency. What are the following best practices to purpose? Following best practices describe the purpose of rate limiting: to prevent system overuse or abuse by limiting requests, to cache free. This one, correct? Okay, fine. Let's see another one. Which algorithm is mostly used for implementing rate limiting? Round robin, token bucket, consistency. Okay, token bucket. Fine. Okay. What is drawback of using fixed window rate limiting? It allows request burst at window. It doesn't support distributed system. It's too complex to implement. It consumes excessive memory. Request burst. Okay. What is the main advantage of a sliding window log algorithm rate limiting? It consumes very little memory. It offers smooth traffic control by tracking requests more precisely. It allows unlimited burst of traffic. It's easier to. Yeah, fine. Which type of rate limiting restrict request based on IP address? IP based rate limiting. Which rate limiting algorithm allows short burst of traffic while maintaining steady rate? Leaky bucket, token bucket. Okay, token bucket. Okay, one wrong. Fine, submit. Okay, fine. So these are the challenges also. These are the challenges. Fine, done. This is understandable. Okay. Manish R. Hello Manish, welcome to the stream. Satyam, bucket and sliding window are the popular approaches right for the rate limiting. Okay. Unatic, welcome to the stream. Unatic, how much experience do you have? I have 1 year of working experience. I used to work in a MNC as a in a service based company as a Spring Boot developer. I left my job 3 months ago. Jyotirmoy Malik Physics, welcome to the stream. Where is the program window? It is here. Like we have not started programming yet because right now we are understanding the concept of rate limiting. Satyam Bhosle, by the way, Bilbil from China has live reaction system even on uploaded videos. It tracks the user who are watching the video at the same time and they can react to the video. Okay, nice. Forgiven, welcome to the stream. Forgiven, I just made a project AI agent builder where you need to create agent, give agent name, set schedule, run on schedule time, and use Redis rate limit where it set limit for each request. Okay, each request, got it. Purushottam Prabhakar, hi, hello Purushottam, welcome to the stream. Forgiven, it's not load server bunch of requests. Okay. Unatic, which college and why you left your job? Is it internship? No, it was a full stack Spring Boot developer and it was a full-time job, and I left my job because like there was no work-life balance and I always wanted to build my own startup. So that's why I left my job, because I want to give my entire time to my startup. Okay, and my college was Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology. Manish, today's agenda is to implement rate limiting and understand rate limiting properly. Okay, so we have this. Fine. Add auth. This should be much stricter. Auth, why different limits? Product, slow, login, high. Auth endpoints are attack targets. Okay. Step 5, apply global limiter. Okay, after Okay, now entire API is protected. Protect auth, go to auth route, auth limiter. Same for register, refresh, or forward password. Step 7, understanding Redis rate limiting. Without Redis, each server tracks limits independently, bad in scaling. Okay, user sends user 50 requests to server A, 50 requests to server B. Memory limiter sees only 50 each. User bypass limit. Redis fixes this because all servers share same store. Okay, what happens? Redis stores something like, okay, value 43, meaning this IP made 43 requests. TTL automatically expires. What is just, okay, skip rate limiting for health checks. Okay, advanced production grade. Used by, okay, stripe. Okay, what phase 3 is actually teaching you? Okay, why didn't we go deep into rate limiting, and why we did not implement limiting algorithms like where is it? What is this algorithm? What was the most famous one? Okay, hold on. Like token bucket algorithm. Leaky bucket algorithm, and fixed window counting algorithm, and sliding window log algorithm. Akshay, welcome to the stream, Akshay. Purushottam Prabhakar, Bhaiya, have you ever tried in GSOC? No. Satyam Bosle, I'll send you my GitHub repo URL once I get done with this, and also you will get a deployed URL. I would like it. You demo it. Okay, nice. I'll do it. Frakes34. Abhishek, did you give JE? No, I did not give JE. Missed man. Just use Spring Boot because rest all is myth. Okay. Bhaiya, have you ever tried GSOC? No, man, I've never tried GSOC. Satyam, why you are not planning your for masters? I also have kind of same plans. That's why I'm asking. Actually, I'm not interested in masters right now. My main goal is to build my own startup and build my own SaaS products. Soumya Otta, welcome to the stream, Soumya Otta. Hello, how can I join a startup company? I have 1 year career gap. For startups, first you have to build in public. You have whatever you are building, try to do build in public. Use Twitter a lot because startup founders are there. And build in public, share what you are building, build a strong resume, build end-to-end projects that look like products, deploy those products like projects, and build a strong resume. That's your first goal. Second goal, build in public, as I said. Post every day related to what you are building, what you learned, and then like you can go for remote jobs, or you can go for simply search for startups in Bangalore or wherever you are living. That's the best way, I would say. Okay, Satyam Bosle, I mean the pattern I have noticed, most of the people just do it for the sake of job or like get extra time. Us bro, us. Okay, fine. Excellent question. This is actually the difference between using library versus understanding distributed system engineering. You have noticed something important. We implement rate limiting, but we didn't implement the underlying algorithms manually. This is intentional. Why we went deep into practical rate limiting first? Because real backend engineer has 2 stages. Stage 1, learn production stage. Stage 2, learn internal algorithms. Right now your backend is becoming scalable, production ready, secure. So first you need to learn where rate limit is used, why it matters, how Redis based distributed limiting works, how to integrate it correctly. This is what companies care first. Why we did not implement algorithms yet? Because implement algorithm too early creates a huge problem. You learn theory but not production architect. Example, many developers can explain token bucket sliding, but they cannot protect login route. Okay, this makes them weak backend engineers. What we focused on instead, we focused on system design thinking. You learned where limits should exist. You learn, okay, why Redis matters, distributed consistency, security architecture, production, middleware, integration. This is far more valuable initially. Important truth in real company, most engineers do not implement rate limiting algorithms manually. They use Nginx API gateways. Okay, Cloudflare, Redis. Okay, got it. Because Barrett. Okay, fine. So why learn algorithm at all? Okay, understood. My main the main algorithms. Fixed window counter. Understood. Pros cons. This is fine. Okay. Why I recommend you implement? Okay. Guide me in detail and tell me what to. Huh? Shevats, bro, I also quit my job having a 5 years experience as Node.js engineer and now looking to do the same thing as you are doing, like live streaming and also thinking of moving to system architect. Oh, that's nice, Akshay Vats. Satyam Bhosle, he has explained how certain algos are exploited too. Okay. Purushottam, Prabhakar, why? What, why? What was the question? Because see, right now I'm not preparing for jobs. I'm not interested in getting a job. My main goal is here to build my own startup, so that's what I'm focused on right now. Now you are entering one of the okay, भाई इतना compliment क्यों देते हैं GPT? I don't know why it gives me so much of compliment. This is too bullshit, waste of time. Okay. For every request, user IP middleware Redis counter allow or block. Example. Okay, too many requests. What you need to implement? Global limiter, auth limiter, optional user limiter. Expensive endpoints. Okay. Why Redis based limiting? Okay, understood. Because if there are two servers and if we don't use Redis based limiting, then each server will have its individual counter. But we want a shared memory. That's why. Install packages npm express rate limit Redis. Verify your Redis setup. You already use Redis. Okay. For Redis I have to start my Docker engine. Docker. सत्यम भोसले वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम नहीं वेस्ट ऑफ टोकन्स एग्जैक्टली सत्यम सही बात बोला. Okay, so Docker engine has started. Okay, so Docker engine has started. Install express rate limit and rate limit Redis. एक second, I don't know about this package. Hold on, let's check. Rate limit Redis rate limiting, and also this package. Let's see. Okay, okay, this is understood. How? Okay, this is also understood. Okay, fine. Redis rate limit best practices. Building a rate limiter with Redis is easy because of two. Okay, fine. Redis key. This key is derived from the user API key. Sure, rate limit. Okay, usage. This library is provided ESM as okay. Important com. Okay, fine. Redis store. But we need to create a Redis connection as well. Satyam Bhosle. Check out video by Theo Bowney as he has explained the rate limiting and how certain algos are exploited. Okay, I'll check it out. Theo Bowney. Okay, I'll check it out. Satya, why are you using Redis? I mean, search upstash Redis. It just managed Redis. Using Redis मतलब locally क्यों run कर रहे हो? Actually, see, this I'm not going to deploy. So why not just do it in my Docker engine? Because अभी वापस upstash में जाएंगे. एक सेकंड चेक कर लेते हैं. Upstash ब्राउज़र में पहले इसमें गूगल में जाना पड़ता है. ब्राउज़र ओके. क्या हुआ भाई, इतना टाइम लग रहा है. Is it upstash Redis? Okay, paid है, it is paid. प्राइसिंग कितना है? Pricing free for product hobby projects. Monthly commands. Okay. $0.2 per 100k commands. Okay. Okay, fine. Docs. Stash. Serverless Redis. Okay. Create Upstash Redis database. Once you're logged in, create a database by clicking create database in the upper. Okay, fine. Data. Okay, fine. Primary. Okay, understood. Connect your database. You can connect to Upstash Redis with any Redis client. For simpler, we'll use Redis CLI. See the connect your client section. Connect your database. Okay, hold on. Let's see connect your client section. Okay, fine. Okay, so here we have to use this and also the token. Upstash Redis REST token. Okay, just setting up is different. Other than that, it is the same. Okay. Satyam, I told you because इतना सब locally run करके क्यों machine पे load डालो. True. But the thing is, these things are very good for production because in production I can just simply replace the Redis URL with this Upstash URL and everything will work. Okay, and also I need to pass the Upstash command as well. Hold on. Upstash token as well. This token Redis, Upstash Redis. Okay. Redis, your password, your endpoint. Okay, we'll get into this. So this is my rate limiting Redis. To use it in Node Redis client, import rate limiting from Express rate limiting. Redis store from rate limiting. Okay. Create client. Connect limiter. Window. Okay, these are the things that we need. Store new Redis store. App use limiter. To use in IO with IO Redis client. Hold on. IO Redis client. New Redis client. Hold on. So here we have, I think, implemented IO Redis. Hold on. Where is it? Config. Not here. Lib Redis. We are using it from IO Redis. Okay. We are using it from IO Redis. Simple this new Redis client. Redis store new Redis store. Okay, but without, if I do this without create client. Okay, fine, same thing. Okay, send command cluster. NG Tantai, welcome to the stream. हर्ष दोबरिया, welcome to the stream हर्ष. आज कैंपस प्लेसमेंट में मेरिट ऐप कंपनी में जावा डेवलपर के रोल में 3 राउंड के बाद टेक्निकल 2 इंटरव्यू में से बाहर हो गया. डोंट बी डिसहार्टेंड, इट्स फाइन. Understand why they rejected you and try to work on that skill. Okay, close this, close this, close this, and close this now. Fine. And here if I go express rate limiter, okay, verify Redis setup. We are using IO Redis port. Okay, good. Create rate limit middleware's rate limit dot middleware.ts. okay, global rate limit, express rate limit, Redis store. Okay, in store we are passing this. Very good. Understand every field window. Okay, very good. It is making me understand the every field. Disable old. Okay, good modern practice. Step 4, create auth limiter. Auth route are high risk. Auth limiter. Okay, auth limiter. Okay, now okay, why small limiter login? Okay, fine. Add global protection app.ts before express.json. Okay, fine. Satyam Bhosle, bro, what was your parents' reaction when you told them that you are leaving the job and just going with the startup thing? Actually, they stopped me. Like every parent, my parent wanted me to have a very stable life, and that's fine. I understand that, but I tried having a stable life, but I just couldn't do it. So that's why I left my job, and yeah. Salak, welcome to the stream, Salak. Brother, I learned good coding and coding knowledge. Do you? I need read coders blog like this. Yeah, reading this blog will help you to gain more knowledge. Okay, fine. So we have this for register also, and forgot. Okay, if I go to my module, where is my module? Backend src module auth and auth route. What do we have here? We have register, we have login, okay, verify, and refresh token. Okay, refresh token as well. Fine. 7, test it. Spam login endpoint. Eventually you should get. Okay, understand Redis internally. Value 73. Okay, let's go. Let's start implementing it. Fine. Close this. Let's start implementing it. Okay, let's go. So first, close this. npm close this. ls cd backend and npm install express rate limit Redis. Have this npm run dev. Okay, hold. Okay, I did not start my Redis server. cmd command prompt. Go here. Docker ps -a. Docker ps no active container. Docker start Redis server. Okay, Redis server has started. Fine. npm run dev. Satyam, bro, what sort of checklist or bucket list do you have as SWE in terms of learning tech? Actually, I've made an entire bucket list. These are the things that I want to learn, and I'm just marking what I know. And then, like, there are lots of things here, and in system design concepts also I need to go. So, like, it has everything. Like, if at some point of my life, if I can learn everything, it will help me a lot. Okay, so there are lots of things that I need to learn. So we have this. So first, go to verify Redis setup, src lib Redis, and this is my Redis setup. Redis host number max. Okay, fine. Redis connect. Okay, fine. We have this. Close it. Then we have create rate limit middleware, src middleware rate limit.middleware.ts. Okay, rate limit.middleware.ts. okay, so what are we doing here? We are creating a global limiter using this rate limit from express rate limit. Okay, OS tab. Welcome to stream, OS tab. Hey, how many AI coding subscription do you have? I have 0 AI coding subscription. I use it for free. Suram Singh, welcome to the stream, Suram. Pro tip: install Portainer first on Docker and see the magic. Okay, I'll do it. Salak, hello Salak, welcome to the stream. Do you also follow read blogs? Can you suggest me platforms from where I can get good knowledge and real tech engineer typing? Gain a platform like that. You can go for Geeks for Geeks blogs. They have good blogs. Satyam, if you don't mind, what phase you will be building your SaaS, and what do you think will it take for MVP or V1 to launch it? See, the main problem with my SaaS is right now development of the first ever product. My SaaS product is done, right? But this business registration is a pain in my ass, to be very honest, because first I need to go to a CA, all these things, and खर्चा पानी अभी बहुत लगेगा उसमें business registration में. So now I have to figure out that thing. Okay. Dylan, how do you earn after quitting job? I do freelancing. I do one-on-one calls. Freelancing is my major source of income right now. Like, it's comfortable right now. So yeah, freelancing is my major source of income. Okay. So export const global limiter equals rate limit express rate limit, and here we have window ms 15 into 60 into 100, and in 15 minutes max 100 requests. Okay, hold on. So in 15 minutes we are handling 100 requests, and then we have message. We have a field for message, and then message we have success false, message too many requests, please try again later. Okay, we have this to please try again later. Satyam, now the next SaaS for which you are learning all this. Yeah, for the next SaaS, actually I have a long-term startup idea. Like, for that I'm going so deep into system design, because that idea that I have in my head, it will require me that level of skill. It's not simple AI wrapper kind of SaaS. It's a like the vision that I have. For that I need a very good backend skill. Okay. Weeb, is Odin project good for web dev? Actually, I don't follow Odin project. I build my own curriculum using AI. I'm following that. Satyam, I would love to collab for the projects which you will build, especially from learning perspective, especially if those are related to concurrency, media, video streaming, or web RTC. Okay. Yeah, like, see, in my previous in my first ever stream project that I did, I was building a social media application and I deployed it, and people were using it for 1 month. Then because I used it to validate the idea for a social media application, and people used it for 1 month. And there I used WebRTC and Socket.io for chatting and notification system. Okay, Dylan, why do you? What do you do in freelancing? What do you do in freelancing? Sorry, I have no knowledge on it. Freelancing, basically, if somebody needs a website, a web application, for their own small business, then I build that for them. Aditya Mishra, mistake in Window MS. Window MS. What's the mistake? Okay, it has to be 1000. It has to be 1000, not 100. Okay, hold on. Just a sec. Fine. Message. We have this. Now after this, standard header. Standard headers true, and legacy headers false. False. Okay. And then we have a store. We have a store, new Redis store. Okay, for this let's get import Redis store from rate limit Redis. Here we have new Redis store, and here we have send command, and we are using the spread operator of type string, arguments of type string, and here we have Redis. This Redis, where is it coming from? This Redis dot call dot args. Okay, we have this. Now understand this. So window MS, it means 15 minutes. Okay. Snehit Gunde Moni, welcome to stream, Snehit. Hi Abhishek, I couldn't solve DSA problems sometimes. Those are very simple problems. I use Java. Tell me solution to solve lead code more number of problems. Okay. See, if you directly jump into questions without understanding the topic, then you will not be able to solve questions. For example, if you are doing arrays, and inside arrays you are going for an algorithm called sliding window algorithms, right? So before you implement directly, before you try solving questions directly, I will suggest you first go to YouTube, understand what is sliding window algorithm, right? Try to understand that, why we need that algorithm, and what kind of question do we solve from that algorithm, right? So when you understand this, then you can see that, okay, this kind of question I need to implement sliding window algorithm. You need to develop this thinking, right? Then you will be able to solve questions. And there is another thing is, once you build the logic in your head, you have to be good in that programming language so that you can convert that logic into code, right? So these are the two main things. First, understand algorithms before you try to implement it and solve questions, and then be good in programming, and this comes with practice. So yeah, 15 minutes. Okay, this actually means 15 minutes. Hold on, let's add a comment. It means 15 minutes. Okay, it means 15 minutes, and it means max 100 requests in minutes. Okay, 100 requests allowed, or add header like rate. Okay, rate limit. Professional APIs, expose them. Okay, okay, fine. Create auth limiter, and this actually creates the store, Redis store, right? Then we need the auth limiter. Here only we can create export const auth limiter equals rate limit, and here we have window ms 10 into 60 into 1000, and max can be 5 requests in 10 minutes. Okay, and here we have message success false, same message will be too many authentication attempts. Okay, and then same here with standard headers true, legacy headers false. Okay, and also store will be new Redis store, and here we have send command and args of type string, and here we are returning redis dot call spreading the arguments. Okay, why small limit? Okay, fine, we want aggressive protection here. Okay, step 5, add global protection. Snehit, thanks Abhishek, I'll definitely execute. Welcome Snehit. Mistman3, welcome to the stream Mistman. What are your views on fast API or Python based backend in general? Fast API is one of the one of the most popular backend backend framework, and it is very lightweight also, and it is, see, the way of approaching that fast API is like Express.js only, like we can create controllers and all these things. We have I did fast API around 2 years ago, so there I use fast API. I was learning fast API. It's nice, it's lightweight, and it is very good for spinning up quick MVPs. OS tab, welcome to stream. If you don't have subscription, won't the limit be very less for you, or do you write the code on your own majority of the time, which would take longer? By the way, love your content. Thanks OS tab. Actually, see, I tell GPT to tell me and guide me, and then it gives me small code snippets. Then using that code snippets, I try to understand the logic and build it on my own. That's what I usually do. Okay, so add global protection. Global protection, go to app.ts, and here we have app.use express.json, and before express.json, here before all these things I need to add app.use. Just before this also I need import global limiter from middleware's rate limit.middleware, and here we're using this global limiter. Okay. Why at top? This is very important. Why we are putting it at the top? Because every request passes through it first. All route. Okay, first it will go here, then only it will, like in JavaScript, we have this line by line execution, right? So first the request goes here. Basically, first whatever request comes, first request goes here, then it will go here, then it will go here, then it will go here. Like this, it flows, right? So that's what it is. GGV05, welcome to stream GG. Bro, joined again here after some time. Now what are you up to? We are trying to understand, we are getting into advanced backend system design, and we're in the phase 3 of that, and right now we are trying to implement rate limiting. Why are you doing e-commerce? Actually, I wanted to learn advanced backend and system design and how to write scalable code. What happened to SaaS? Actually, the development of the SaaS is done. Now I need to register my business, and that is taking a lot of time. And there are a lot of issues there, so we have to solve that. Then only I can launch the SaaS. Pheronix, use effect, explain with example. Actually, use effect, for example, first you have to understand what is DOM and virtual DOM in React, right? So we have a concept of virtual DOM and DOM in React. So what happens is that whenever you run the, for example, you go to React and you do npm run dev, so first there's this real DOM that is inside your browser, and React creates a virtual DOM copy of that real DOM, right? And whenever there is a change, so first that virtual DOM has to be mounted, right? So when you do use effect, for example, you write use effect in your home page. So whenever home page is rendered, whatever you have written inside the use effect, that will be rendered at first. For example, you have written console use effect. Inside that use effect, you have created a function called, and that function is using console.log hello world. So whenever you refresh and go to the home page, you will see that console.log in your hello in your console, right? Why? Because whenever the home page is getting rendered, that use effect, whatever is mentioned inside this use effect, that code is getting executed. That's called use effect. That's the main purpose of use effect. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Step 6, protect auth routes. Auth route, login, auth limiter. Okay, route, where is it? Where is the route? src modules auth route. Oh, okay, here we can implement, hold on, before validation also we can implement auth limiter. Auth, hold on. So first import this import auth limiter from middlewares. Okay, and here we have this auth limiter. Here we can use this auth limiter. Okay, auth limiter, and in login also we can use auth limiter. And where else can we use it? Logout all devices, refresh token. Here also we can use it. Auth limiter. Okay, auth limiter, fine. Test it. Okay, so for testing, let's create, we have to make a few changes. Okay, Pharonix, your English is getting better day by day. Practice American or British accent. Actually, why do I need American or British accent if I don't live there? And why will I put on a fake accent? Like, whatever my accent is, I live in India, so my accent will be of an Indian, right? So why will I want to get a foreign accent artificially? So that does not make sense. Satyam, bro, why you are not using the path aliases? Oh, actually, I have not implemented that. Maybe I should do that. Aditya, welcome to the stream, Aditya. Bro, I know full stack development in MERN stack. I want to get into Gen AI. Should I switch to Python or continue with JS? If you want to get into Gen AI, you can you can stick to JavaScript also. But if you want to build something like a model, then you should get into Python. But if you just want to use existing model, then you can stick to JS. Okay. Fine. Step 10, trust proxy. If deployed behind Nginx, app.set trust proxy. Otherwise, IP detection may break. Very important in production. Okay. Trust proxy. Okay. Custom key generator. By default, limiter IP. Later, you can use user ID API key example. Key generator. Protect expensive API for more. Okay. Image upload. Okay. This should have lower limits per user limits. Products 100 request per minute. Okay. important engineering insight. Rate limiting is not just security, it also brought DB. Okay, fine. What you learned? Okay. Satyam, install the TSC aliases if you are using the path aliases. Otherwise, after building the project, then it won't get resolved. TSC aliases. Okay. A TSC aliases. Actually, I deployed my social media application using Docker, and there, like, we did not get any issue regarding that. GGV05 bro, can you briefly explain Nginx, like where, why is it used, why it needed when it is used? Actually, see, Nginx is a term, you must have heard the term reverse proxy. So what does Nginx do? For example, this is your server. Hold on. Like Nginx is also a very good example of load balancer as well. If you go to Google, hold on. If you go to Google and if you search is Nginx a load balancer? Yes, Nginx is a high performance load balancer. Remember this point. Nginx is a high performance load balancer, right? So what happens with Nginx is, normally in normal instances, if you're not going for any advanced, like any big application, what we do, we have a React. We have a React front end. Like basically we get the index.html. We get the index.html. Okay, just a sec. Not this one. Hold on. Where is it? Where is the eraser? Hold on. Yeah. So basically, when we deploy a code, we go to GitHub. Right? And then we deploy something like a front end, and inside the front end we have the entire React code, and then we have a backend. We have a backend folder, right? We have a backend folder like inside the GitHub. Then what does Nginx do? You know, when you run anything in your local server, in your local computer, because for example, front end is using port 3000 and backend is using port 4000, right? So right now it is working because it is your PC, your computer, so ports are available. These ports are available. But when you go to a server, maybe these ports are not available. You know, so for example, you get a domain, you get a server with an IP, for example, 124.26.32 point something, like this is your server IP. This is your server IP address, right? So inside this server, you want your front end and back end to run. You want your front end and back end to run, right? So without Nginx, what will happen is that, for example, your backend is running at port 3000, and so for this we have 26.32. Then explicitly you have to write this port. You have to write this port. Only then you will be able to get that index.html file, right? But what happens is that I don't want to show this port. Just by using this 124.26.32, I want this port to be exposed. So for example, what we do in Nginx, something like we export, like we forward the port. Whatever request comes to this port, it will be automatically forwarded to port 3000. So this is the most basic use of Nginx. If you're not going for any advanced system, right? This is the most basic use of Nginx. And to understand this, I'll show you the code. Hold on, I'll just show you the code, just a sec. So this is the most basic use of Nginx. If you're not going for any advanced system, you just have a front end, you have a back end, and you want to deploy it in a server, right? So this was the most basic thing that you can do with your Nginx. And to understand this, I'll show you the code for the social media application that I wrote. I used Nginx along with Docker. So just a sec, if you go to my repository and in my social media application, hold on, where is it? Social media application. Yeah, this is my social media project. So here, if you see, there's this Nginx folder, right? You go inside this Nginx folder, you will see this Nginx config. Okay, so here what is happening, this is my server IP, this is my server IP, and in my nginx configuration I'm saying that listen to port 80, right? And this is my server IP, right? So what is happening, we have this index.html. Whenever we create npm run, like there's this code that gives us index.html, right? So what is happening is that I'm saying that for this index.html, first forward this backend port with 4000, right? So I'm connecting my index.html, like I have, if you go inside my .env file, in my backend API, I have written this server name, right, along with the 80 port. And now I'm connecting, this is my server backend, right? So in my frontend.env, I mentioned this one. So inside my server, these two points have been connected, right? So that is the basic thing. And I'm also using socket.io with my for chat real-time communication. So for that socket.io also we have to do the same thing. So this is the most basic thing that you can do with nginx. So for now, for example, you want to use nginx as a load balancer, right? So what will happen, you have different instances of a server. This is your server A, this is your server A, this is your server B, this is your server B, and this is an example of horizontal scaling. As we have different different servers, this is an example of horizontal scaling, right? So what we are doing is, we have server C here. For example, we have 3 instances of the server, right? And then this is my client. Client, by client I mean the front end. For example, this is my user, and user is using this front end, right? This is my client. So normally what will happen, if there is no load balancer, nothing, if nginx is not there, what will happen, all the requests will go to this server A. All the requests will go to server A. We have multiple clients, all the requests will go to server A, server A, server A. So as you can see that server B and C are not getting used only, right? So this is what happens if you don't use a load balancer, like if we don't have nginx. Now what I can do is remove this. Now here I can put a load balancer in between. I can put a load balancer, nginx load balancer, right? So first my request will go here, right? My request will go here. Now according to the server health, I will understand, okay, which server has the lowest load. For example, A has the lowest load, so this request will go to server A, right? And who decided this? This nginx load balancer decided, right? Now for example, this is my client B, and this is my client A. Now what will happen, this client also makes a request. So for example, and let's assume that this request is taking time to process, and there's a lot of load in this server. Now we'll see that which server is has less load. For example, now server C has less load. So nginx will not send this request to this server or this server, it will send request to this server, right? So as you can see, this is what nginx is doing, right? So this is one of the most advanced use cases of nginx. When you have multiple instances of a server, then you need a load balancer, and you can go for nginx for this one. So yeah, that's what we are doing. And this I have never implemented it yet, so code knowledge I don't have. I have the theoretical knowledge for this. When we need it, then we have to configure how we do this. So yeah, that's the thing. Okay, just a sec. Okay, Satyam Hostle. Actually, Accent gives you a kind of advantage if you're targeting foreign clients. See, I know that, because of many scammers, like some people from particular regions, they get targeted as scammer even if they are not, right? But that does not mean that I'll use fake accents or anything. If I have skill, if a client can see that I can provide a value to them, then they will, automatically understand that I am providing value. I don't need to put up a fake accent for that, Okay. Satyam posted, did you use the bundler? You didn't face the path alias issue in the front end or back end, because in front end there's no because the bundler resolved them. In backend, especially pure Node.js, I don't think we use bundler. It won't get resolved. Okay. Suram Singh, Nginx is like a store manager. When you go to a shop, you ask, give me soap. The store manager will ask inside and give you soap from particular shelf and give it to you, and you don't need to know where the soap is. Okay. Satyam Bosle, where did you deploy the social media application? I deployed it in VPS, DigitalOcean VPS. Pranav, what if Nginx goes down? Like we have to make sure Nginx is not down. Like there are server maintenance, and for instance, worst case scenario, Nginx goes down. Then we have to use a backup load balancer using Cloudflare or anything. Like that's the second use case. Or the third use case is if a load balancer is down, then for a few hours maybe the server will run slow. GG, thanks man, welcome GG. प्रवीण सिंह, हेलो ब्रदर, कैसे हो? कैसा चल रहा है प्रोजेक्ट? सब सही चल रहा है, आप कैसे हो? रितु, रीस्टार्ट डेमन. Yep. Okay, so is this correct? Okay, fine. So now let's check this. Okay, Postman is taking time to open. Close this, close this, close this, close this, close this, close this, and close this. Okay, we have this, we have this, we have this. Fine. Manish R, भैया Redis explain करो. Okay, I'll explain Redis just a sec. Satyam, to make Nginx and everything stay up, you decouple them and put them in different machines. Okay, yeah, that's also a good approach. Ritu Parno, welcome to the stream. Ritu, have a daemon that monitors Nginx and restart it if it goes down. True. Postman is for API testing, right? Yes, it is for API testing. So, for example, let's go for login endpoint. Login endpoint, and see, for 15 minutes and 100 requests, it's a bit too much. Let's reduce the time. Rate limiting. For example, for this, let's go for 1 minute, 1 minute and 5 requests only. Right. For example, for just now, let's just for checking purpose, I'm reducing the time. So in 1 minute, and also here. Okay, just a sec. For global one, let's keep it 5 minutes, 15 requests, and for the auth limiter, let's go for 1 minute and 5 requests. Okay, we have this. Let's just restart the server. Let's just restart the server, and now what will happen? For example, let's log in with a wrong password. Let's log in with a wrong password, and we have 1 minute and 5 requests should be allowed, right? So first, second, third. Okay, in third request only 2 minute request attempts. Okay, third only, but here we have 5. Okay, just a sec. If I go here, login we are using, right? Auth limiter. Okay, we have this login. Let's console.log login request. Okay, let's for now let's keep it like this, and we have this. Okay, 2 minute request. Okay, hold on. We got an error. Was the hit count for 56 was incremented more than once for a single request? Clean Redis. Yes, we have to clean the Redis. Okay, just a sec. For this one to move, just a sec. We are using here 2 minute request attempt. This is for auth limiter. Auth. Let's do one thing. Let's put it like this. Auth limiter message, and here also let's put it like this. auth limiter, global limiter message, global limiter message. We have this, fine. Okay, so it is actually for auth limiter, because here we have for global we have this, and we have 1 minute, right? So let's wait for 1 minute. Now I think it should work. Just a sec. Okay, hold on. If I go here, auth limit message, too many authentication attempts. Okay, but the thing is, here the time is for 1 minute, right? It is 8 now. Let's wait for 10. Let's wait for 2 minutes. Then we can clean the Redis also. Satyam, like I deeply deploy backend on VPS and deploy my frontend on Vercel or Cloudflare. Okay, so that VPS will focus on backend and frontend deliver will be looked after the Vercel and Cloudflare. Okay, actually, when I built that social media application, my backend was built on Express.js, Node, and MongoDB as database. And my frontend, I built it using normal React.js. I did not use Next.js, right? So for Vercel, I think I have to check if we can deploy React.js easily on Vercel or not, because Next.js can be deployed very easily on Vercel. Okay, Ritupurna, what are you building? Right now we are building the backend of an e-commerce application, and we are trying to implement rate limiting on that. Suram Singh, clean Redis. Yes, we have to clean Redis. Just a sec. 5 minutes, 15 requests. Okay. This is my auth limiter message. Auth limiter message. Okay, just a sec, guys. So in upload, let's do one thing, that we can also create a product limiter, because in create product we can use it. Okay, so export const product limiter equals rate limit product limiter. We have this window ms, and see, how can we identify a bot? Satyam Bosle, yes, you can deploy the React.js or most of the JS based frameworks on Vercel easily. Okay, then I can use, so we can also go for that, like frontend will be deployed in Vercel, and backend we can go for a VPS like EC2 or DigitalOcean, whatever is comfortable. Satyam Bosle, in fact, the API route you have in the Next.js can be used in React.js too, and also in Astro.js. Okay, that's nice, Satyam. Okay, so first understand how much a human can put a request. How many requests can a human being do in one minute? Let's search that. How many API requests can a human do in a minute? For an average human, manually perform API request, filling form, refreshing a page can typically take between 5 to 30 requests per minute. While automated system can handle thousands of requests per second, human physically limitations such as reaction time, mouse movement. Okay. If user constantly clicking the button that triggers rapid API call, they okay. Process driven architecture. If user must read data. Okay. Let's keep it 30 requests. See, for a human, in a minute, they can go for 30 requests. Okay. Satyam Bosle, I can tell for the auth though. And for the normal, I use 30 requests per 60 seconds. Okay, yes, we can go for that only. So in 1 minute, we can go for max 30 requests. Okay. And here we have message, and for message we have success is false, and here we have message. This is my product limiter message. Too many requests. Please try again later. Please try again later. But the thing is, this is my server layer architect. Like, you see here, what is happening is, this is my global limiter. Like, it is still server based limiting, right? I want to also implement user ID kind of limitation. Let's see. Success. Then here we have standard headers, true, legacy headers, false. And then we have the store as new Redis store, and here we have send command, and here we can destructure it of type string, string, and this will redis dot call will destructure the arguments. Okay, fine. Okay. And for normal, okay, Satyam both said, yes, you can implement the user account IP region. I know about these. Yeah, like right now we are going for server based limiting, but I want to go into IP based and user ID based limiting as well. Okay, so now let's try again. Invalid credential 1. 3, 2 requests. It is going for 2 requests, but we have mentioned here 5. In and this is a message from auth limiter message. Okay, fine. Okay, we have implemented these. Just a sec, where's my chat? Yeah, we have implemented these. Just a sec, where is it? Where should I put this? Where should I put? Express app. Okay, this is for production. So basically in production we have to use this app dot set trust proxy, and this is for production. Only in production if using Nginx. Hold on, where do we use this? Just a sec. Where do we use this? Deployed behind. Okay, Nginx, AWS, or etc. So for now we can just comment it. कुशागर श्रीवास्तव, हेलो कुशागर, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. स्किल्स प्रोजेक्ट सब कर लिया, बट फ्रेशर मार्केट इतना डाउन है कि कहीं से रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आ रहा है. 3rd ईयर एंड होने वाला है और फ्यूचर को लेके टेंशन हो रही है. ऐसे टाइम में रियलिस्टिकली क्या फोकस करूँ? Okay, I will suggest you try to go for startups. Like startups are looking for developers as well, and if it is a funded startup, they will pay you salary as well. So the best way is so go to Google and search whatever text. For example, MERN jobs for freshers in Bangalore startups. Search these entry-level jobs for in Bangalore startups and keep applying. And before you start applying, make sure your resume is actually solid. You have built good projects, you have deployed projects, and it actually looks like product. It creates a very good impression. Okay. IP protection में break. Key custom key generator. By default, limiter uses API. Okay, fine. I have done this. This is my rate limit dot middleware dot ts. Okay, or just not, don't share the code. rate limiting dot middleware. What kind of rate limiting is this? Is it IP based, server based, user ID based? I mean, what kind of limiting, rate limiting is it? Please tell me in detail and guide me. कुशाग्र सब कुछ करके देख लिया, कोई रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं आता, कहीं से अब फ्रस्ट्रेशन लगी है. आपके प्रोजेक्ट्स कैसे, लाइक अगर आपने सही में सब कुछ कर लिया है तो मे बी देयर समथिंग रॉन्ग विथ योर रेज्यूमे और मे बी समथिंग रॉन्ग विथ योर प्रोजेक्ट्स. एक्सीलेंट क्वेश्चन दिस. अरे भाई फिर से कॉम्प्लीमेंट देता है यार, नहीं चाहिए तेरा कॉम्प्लीमेंट. बिकॉज रेट लिमिटिंग इज नॉट one thing, there are many dimensions. What identifies the client, where counters are stored, how limits are calculated, how distributed systems share limits. Let's break down exactly what you implemented. Your current rate limit, okay, with fine and no custom key generator. That means you currently have IP based distributed fixed window rate limiting. Fixed window rate limiting. Okay, got it. Okay, where is it? Code. Okay, just a sec. IP. Hold on. क्या हो गया इसको? What the hell is wrong? ये नोशन क्या माल मारा है क्या भाई? हाँ. Okay. So IP based. Hello Unloop Dev, welcome to the stream. How are you? We have IP based, this one, copy this, code example. Okay, for example, this is the rate limit dot middleware.ts that we are going to use. Then in this code, what we did is, this is the code example. This is the code example, right? Fine, this is the code example, and then we use it in the routes. Okay, this is the example of this one. Because by default express rate limit uses request.ip. Okay, so this is for particular user IP where the request IP. Okay, got it. It is my user's IP. It is my user IP. So we are implementing IP based fixed window rate limiting, meaning one IP as a, okay, example users this Redis. Okay, fine. User B different counter. Understood. What happens internally? Each request read IP increment Redis counter, check limit, allow or reject. Okay, distributed. Because counters are stored in Redis, not memory, this means all servers share same counter. Okay. What this means? Imagine server. Okay, understood. Fixed window. Your limit uses this, meaning, okay, fixed window counting algorithm. Why it's called okay. Okay. Scalable, great for APIs. Weakness, burst issue. Example, 100 requests at this 200 requests in 2 seconds. This is weakness of fixed window. So what exactly did you build? Okay, what you did not build? Token bucket. Okay. How user based limiting works? Instead of request.ip, we use request.user.id. Okay, key generator. Okay. Example SaaS architecture, user based rate limiting. Okay, I want to implement user based rate limiting as well. Tell me Please guide me and teach me the way you taught me fixed window rate limiting. Perfect. Now you're moving. Okay. Examples. Actually, for as a SaaS, I'll be building SaaS a lot. So user-based rate limiting is very important. Quotas and rate limiting. What is user-based rate limiting? Instead of limiting by IP address, we use user ID. One user account, one counter. What this means? IP-based rate limit has problem. Shared IPs, example, college Wi-Fi, office network, mobile. Innocent users get blocked. Innocent users get blocked. Okay. Problem 2, VPN bypass. Okay. You cannot do free user 100 requests, pro user 1010 with IP based limiting. Okay. You need account based limiting. Right. Okay. Users. Okay. What will be Redis packed user based fixed? Counter is a user ID instead of key. Important architecture: IP protect infrastructure, login routes, anonymous traffic, user based limiting. Real mechanic. What do you document in a Notion? In my Notion, like I have this entire topic wise notes that might help me in future, and if I want to take a quick look, and I have this entire topics that I need to learn. So these are the things that I have in my Notion. Okay. System use both login IP based, user based. Okay. Production fetching global IP, payment APIs. Okay, we need to create a user limiter window. This maps to this account okay, inside that we have to use key generator. Got it. This is the main key point. This is the main key point. Key generator. Okay. Okay, fine. Understood. Go here. After this, why fallback? Some routes may not have auth. Routes only. Only protected routes. Okay. All active products. Cart routes. Important user route. Verify user. Then implement. This is where SaaS engineering begins. Okay, max free plan, max 100 program, max get user. Await get user. Where are we getting this get user from? Okay, user dot plan. Got it. 1000. Limiting is not authentication. How much can you use? Okay, common says agent strict. Okay, distributor user quotas. Middleware architecture. Let's implement this. So we have to create a user. Here also we are using a fixed window rate limiting. Limiter 1 minute. Okay. How to clean the Redis cache. Redis CLI flush all. uh Okay, use this command, flush all. Okay, but before flush, let's go here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here we can do this container name Redis server. Redis server. Okay, now if I do this 1, 2, 3. Okay, so first is that I have to fix this issue, that why only 5 requests it is giving me issue. Redis CLI flush all. Yeah, we did that with Docker we are using. So yeah, thanks for telling me, Suman. Suram Singh. Thanks a lot. This is my code. Rate limit dot middleware dot ts. Rate limit dot middleware dot ts. App dot ts. Auth dot route dot ts. We have this. When I am sending request in the login route, just after 2 requests I am getting the auth limit issue. But in the auth limiter, it can allow 5 requests in 1 minute, right? Yes, your auth limit is configured correctly, but the reason you're getting blocked only to request because of this. Your global limiter is applied to all routes, including this. So every login request is going. Okay, got it. Now I got it. Fine. So every login request is going through global and auth limiter at the same time. The real problem, the issue is really caused by shared Redis keys between limiters. By default, Express rate limit uses IP address as the key. Since both limiters are using the same Redis store without separating prefixes, they can interfere with each other. Got it. Solution: add separate prefixes. Prefix global, like this, and auth and product. Okay, we can add prefix. Got it. So here we need to add prefix. Okay, so here we can add, where is it? After store we can add prefix global, and here we can add prefix auth. Okay. Auth. We have this. Okay, hold on. Global. Okay, we have auth, and then here we have prefix product. Okay, we got this. Now again, let's flush it. Flushed, and now let's restart the server as well. just to be clean. Let's restart the server, and if I send this request, 1 2 3 4 5 6, correct. So prefix was the main issue. Faizan Mohammed, after how many hours you feel burnt out? It depends. Like some days I feel burnt out after 2.5 hours, some day after 3 hours. If I'm in really good mood, maybe after 6 hours. It's something like that. And to avoid burnout, I take a break on Sunday. On Sunday I usually just do on Sundays I don't stream. On Sundays I just do coding on my product and all off stream. So yeah, that's the thing. Fine, so this is working. Now login request, login. Oh, very good, this is working. So here we can just remove this. We got this. Fine. Okay, we have this. So prefix was an important point. Now let's go for this one. Yeah. Now let's go for a user. Rate limiting. User authentication. Now let's go for a user limiter. Export const user limiter equals rate limit. Fine. Satyam Bosle, bro, also use the node env in the dev and start scripts. Okay, I'll use it. Thanks, Satyam. Like actually it's a good suggestion. Like we have to use, I have created a node env. If you go to my env.sample, I have the node env, but we are not using it. So that's the thing. Okay, gaming sector, welcome to the stream. Gaming sector, hi, how are you, brother? And what the status, brother? I'm good. Gaming sector, and we are trying to understand advanced backend and system design, and for this we are currently in the phase 3 and we're building the backend of an e-commerce application, and currently we're understanding rate limiting. Okay, Dipanshu, yo, I'm back. Hello Dipanshu, welcome to the stream. What's up? Satyam, using that you can keep the console.log or use log tape as logger, so that in dev environment logs will be there without writing those. Yeah, like we have to go for logging as well. Good point, Satyam. User limiter. Satyam Bosle, and also cross env, like your local dev machine is Windows but you deploy on Linux machine, so loading those won't be an issue. Okay, understood. Actually I dockerize everything. Whenever I deploy something, I dockerize everything and I run everything inside a Docker container, so operating system does not become an issue. Dipanshu, where is Lokesh? I have no idea where is Lokesh. Pranav Gaming, hello bro. Hello Pranav, welcome to the stream. What's up? Okay, we have this. Where is all the OG of this stream? I have no idea, man. Fine, let's go for this. Okay. Window MS 15 minutes 60 into 100,000, maximum in 15 minutes 200 requests. Message success false, user limiter message, rate limit exceeded for this account. Okay, then here we have standard headers true, legacy headers false, and this is important. Key generator is important. Request return request dot user dot id or else request dot ip. Okay, we have this. What is the issue? This is a TypeScript error. Okay, user question mark. Key generator and you determining middle. How is it undefined? I mean, okay, and then after this we have store new Redis store. Use this send command args string redis dot all args. Okay, you have this. Fine. Okay, gaming center, can you give me some overview inside the folder auth? Okay, I'll give you just a sec. Once development is done, then I'll explain everything. Just give me a sec. Satyam Bhosle, yes, but it's more like a good to have than must to have. Okay, only if the Docker is used. Yeah, like without Docker I don't deploy. I always use Docker to deploy. Satyam Bhosle, where is fluorescent? I have no idea. Satyam, try restarting the TS server. Okay, just a sec. Sometimes it gives that issue. Okay, Faizan Mohammed, you have discount on your call. Actually, like on call I don't give discount because I believe in providing, like, everything has a value, and in my call I'm giving my time, and for that, like, that's the value. And for like, I have a price point at this point because I only want people who are actually serious about it. That's why it is a paid call. And if I provide discount, like, people who booked it before you, it will be unfair to them. So that's why maybe in future we can think about a discount, but not right now. Suryan Singh, hello Suryansh Singh, welcome to the stream. Put request.ip maybe. Yes, here we have request.ip, and by default it uses request.ip only behind the scene, but key generator, okay, got it. Here it needs of type request from express. Okay, this is not the issue. The hell is wrong? Key generator. Okay, we'll see. Type undefined is not assignable to type string or promise of string, but where? Okay, let's do one thing. If request dot user dot id return request dot user dot id. Okay, else return request dot ip. Still we are getting the issue, so remove this. Request.id as string and request.ip as string. Oh, okay, as string was the issue. Fine, understood. We have to explicitly convert it to string. Got it. Use option chain in request.ip. Okay. प्रणव गेमिंग, हेलो प्रणव, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम। ब्रो, तुमने आईटी कंपनी में जॉब करते हो क्या? मैं करता था। आई लेफ्ट माई जॉब 3 months ago. Okay, we have this. Fine. So we can use this user limiter now. We can use this user limiter, but where should we use it? Some routes may not have auth. Okay, apply to protected routes only. protected routes, all active products. After all active products, protected route. For example, let's go for something like all dot route. Not here. Let's go for categories. Category. No, go for products. Go for product. Product dot route. And also creating the product. Here we have to go for verify seller. Or before this, go for product limiter and all products, all active products for request dot user. Let's go for toggle is active. Okay. Let's go for this. Just to check all products. Let's go for all products. Let's go for user limiter. Okay. And here in user limiter we have 15 minute 60 requests, 15 minute 200 requests. Let's go for 1 minute and go for 5 requests. Okay, now let's go here dev and here user limiter. So let's go for a prefix user. Okay, fine. So let's log in as who can get all the products. उमंग जैन भाई, सैलरी क्या थी आपकी? मेरी सैलरी तो मतलब ठीक है, नॉर्मल थी, उतनी ज़्यादा नहीं थी. नॉर्मल जैसा फ्रेशर को मिलता है उतना ही था, कुछ ज़्यादा तीर नहीं मारा था मैंने. इट वाज नॉर्मल. ओके, so for this one to work, route, what are we doing? Get all products. Where is it? All product, verify user and admin. Okay, verify user. Hold on. So verify user, verify admin, and I think it should be after verify admin, because if it is a user, and here we can put it here. Okay, so all products go here and go for first login as an admin, authentication login, test user 3 is an admin. Okay, user logged in, and here we have product, get all products. 1 2 3 4 5 user limit message, rate limit exceeded for this account. Okay, सूरज मिश्रा, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. सूरज, सत्यम भोसले, क्या मतलब? ना भाई, मेरी उतनी नहीं थी पैकेज. जस्ट किडिंग, नथिंग पर्सनल. या आई नो सत्यम, आई कैन टेक अ जोक ब्रो, यू डोंट हैव टू बी सो, यू नो, लाइक आई कैन टेक अ जोक, दैट्स फाइन, and I get your joke. Sarav Nag, welcome to stream. Sarav, if you are streaming, if you're starting from zero, what are the things you will learn to become a good developer? Okay, so if I'm starting from zero, first I will again choose JavaScript as my programming language, and I will choose JavaScript my programming language. And first, before getting into any tech stack, first I will learn JavaScript properly as a programming language, because when initially I was learning, I just learned JavaScript basics and I started learning React, Node, all these things. But later on I realized that if JavaScript concepts are really strong, then these Node, Express, React, these things are not so difficult. So that's why, first I'll focus on learning JavaScript, then I will go for HTML, CSS, obviously, Then before getting into React, I will get into backend because backend is much more complex than front end. So I will first get into backend with Express Node, and I from day one I'll go for project based learning. So yeah, that's the thing. Ayan Khan, yeah, is okay. Okay, what's up, Ayan Khan? Satyam Bhosle, how are you, Ayan Khan? Like you came after a long time. Like you're not so active nowadays. What's up, Satyam? Bro, do you think of backup plans? What if most of the things doesn't work out? See, I feel that if you have too many plans like plan A, plan B, plan C, these things are distractions from plan A. Due to some reasons, if plan A does not work, then I will focus on improving my plan A only. I will not switch to plan B, plan C, plan D. You're getting it? So yeah, like it can happen that I will face failures. Things will not work out. There will be days where like it's difficult, but we have to push through it. Because this is a choice I made. I had a very comfortable life where I had a job, and like I was earning. Maybe in few days I would be getting married. All these things because I'm 25 now, and if I was even as a service-based company, I was there in a service-based company, I was there as Spring Boot developer. Then maybe after 2 to 3 years, 3 to 4 years, I would get married. My parents would force me to get married. भाई अब शादी कर लो, इतनी अच्छी जॉब है, सब सेटल है, अब हमें भी टेंशन से फ्री करो, शादी कर लो. फिर शादी के बाद सब बोलेंगे make kids, have kids, so that we can be grandparents and all this shit. So I had this life in front of me, right? This comfortable life, but मेरे अंदर ना कुछ कीड़ा था जो मुझे बोला कि भाई these things don't make sense. Like you work, you learn, but you give your time to something that you're not passionate about. I know time, and in my opinion, time is the most limited asset. Right now we are young, that's why we feel that we have a lot of time. But like if you are giving time to something, then at least do it for something that you care about, right? So that's why I decided to leave my job. जो होगा देखा जाएगा, लोग गाली देंगे, गाली सुन लेंगे, क्या होता है उसमें, ठीक है. So that's why I actually lost interest in my job, and there was this one day where I just could not turn on my office laptop because मेरे में हिम्मत नहीं हो रहा था कि I was so frustrated with the job. So and I was thinking कि भाई what am I doing with my life, and this kind of life was going in my head कि that after 3 to 4 years I got married, and like उसके बाद आई एम हैविंग किड्स इवन व्हेन आई डोंट वांट टू हैव किड्स मे बी इन फ्यूचर. लाइक सबका ही टाइम होता है एंड सबका एक इच्छा होता है ना. सो आई जस्ट डोंट वांट टू सेटल, आई वांट टू लिव. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई थॉट लेट्स टेक द रिस्क. जो होगा देखा जाएगा, इधर दिस वे और हाईवे और स्काई वे, राइट. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई लेफ्ट माई जॉब एंड आई डिड नॉट लुक बिहाइंड. या दैट्स द थिंग. So I don't think about plan B, plan C, plan D. I focus on plan A, and my motive is to improve my plan A only. So that's the thing. Okay. Pranav Gaming, bro, give some guidance. I'm a college student. मैं अभी फर्स्ट ईयर कंप्लीट किया है, BSc in complete science stream लेना है. I'm a college student अभी first year. Okay, if you're in first year, you have a lot of time in your hand, but don't waste your time. First build a habit of doing DSA. Like don't give 6 to 8 hours to DSA, just give 2 hours to DSA every single day, but be consistent, and then get into development very quickly. Build projects and participate in hackathons, because hackathons will teach you a lot because it is fully project based. Get into hackathons, build things. If you can find a buddy with whom you can code, that's good. If not, then code alone. But every single day try to learn something. Don't waste your time. आयन खान, अब ये वाली कमेंट पे वीडियो आएगी एक वैसे गुड वीडियो. ओके आयन खान, लेट्स सी. Satyam, bro, don't you think as a newbie you should learn C++, because in my personal experience C++ made it easy for me to learn any language. Actually, my first language was C++ only. When I was in class 11, I had computer science, and there they were teaching C++. So C++ was my first ever programming language. Ayan Khan, I just got a little busy in the work. However, your stream is my favorite home place when I open YouTube at night. Oh, thanks Ayan Khan. Thanks a lot, man. Pranav, Bro, give some guidance. Okay, give Satyam. Yeah, like I mean, see, I want to do my SaaS, but I don't prefer asking money to my parents. So it's so taking my plan A for a while. I need some another side quest. Yeah, man. Even I don't like to ask money from my parents because they already paid for my college and they made me educated. So I think they have done their job. Now I don't want to ask money from my parents. So that's the thing. That's why I'm still doing freelancing. Francesco, welcome to stream, Francisco. Talk English. I don't understand. At the same time, your language. Okay, Francisco, welcome to the stream. I'll try to speak in English. And guys, try to comment in English because we have people from all around the world, and so that they can also understand. It's better that you guys can comment in English as well. Okay, Nakul, welcome to the stream, Nakul. What is your plan A? My plan is to build my own startup. Pranav Gaming, computer science, that wo typing mistake. Okay. Satyam Bosle, damn bro, even I had CS in my 11th standard and CS as bifocal subject. Okay, nice. Okay, rate limiting. Now let's try again. Fine. So this is working, but actually we don't need it here. Let's just put it like this. Copy this. Go here, and here we can just remove it. We can comment it, just for example. And also for something like a user limit, this dynamic limiting also we can implement. Let's go for dynamic limiting. This dynamic limiting will help me in my SaaS. Important. Okay, fine, understood. Okay, pro plan, this plan, max. Hold on, we have this max thing, right? So we can also go for this one. Comment this. For this one we can go for max async request const user equals await get user. Hold on, not get user, we have a method. Where is make me understand this? Actually just a function. Hold on, request dot, okay, understand and guide me properly. Satyam Bosle, which entrepreneur inspired you for the very first time? For the very first time, the entrepreneur that inspired me was Steve Jobs, because when I was growing up, I actually saw a series called Gates versus Jobs. There is this series called, when I was when I was just a teenager, I saw Jobs versus Gates, or Gates versus Jobs series. There's a series called Jobs versus Gates. I saw this in this one I saw, and I was heavily inspired by Steve Jobs there. So yeah, and then later on, currently my favorite, one of the my goated entrepreneur has to be Pavel Durov. He's the founder of Telegram. Durov. He's my favorite tech entrepreneur right now. He's the founder of Telegram, and see why I respect him so much is because Telegram had number of employees in Telegram. Read this very carefully. Telegram operates with an exceptionally lean, remote-first team of approximately 30 to 40 engineers. That's it. And no traditional HR department, despite serving over 1 billion users and evaluation of $30 billion. So you get my point, why I respect him so much, because he understands the value. You don't need to have a 500 employee company, 1,000, 50,000 employee company to build a $1 billion company, right? You need the right people, limited amount of people in right amount. And there was this podcast that I saw. There was this podcast, I'll show you just a sec. Pavel Durov, Lex Friedman podcast. This is one of the best podcasts in my opinion. This has to be the best podcast in my opinion. You know, like here you will understand that like with such a small team, Telegram is able to handle so many. Like it's an engineering marvel. So that's why I'm very inspired by Pavel Durov, and I also believe that you don't need so many people in a company. See, when I was in my previous company, it was one of the biggest service based company, right? And I saw that there are so many useless people in the company. Actually, I'm telling you seriously. So these things crafted my mindset that it's better to have the right people around you in a company than 10,000s of people. Satyam was like, for me it's Steve Jobs, for me as well. Saurav Nag, which do you think has better future, cloud engineering or ethical hacking? Cloud engineering, because I think Mythos is able to get into cybersecurity as well. Prem Rajput, welcome to stream. Prem, how do you get clients for freelancing? I'm also starting, but only get one project through a friend. Exactly, even I get my projects through my own net, my friends, families, relatives. Like when I was starting out, I used to tell them, these are my skills. If you know anyone, please recommend me. And see, with Upwork and Fiverr, I never got clients. So I also use my own network first. Satyam Bhosle, the heck is going on? Why are we so aligned in most of the things? I watched the movie Jobs and it inspired me. And currently for me it's Peter Thiel. Okay, Peter Thiel is also very inspiring. Yeah, there are so many. Actually, I read this book from Peter Thiel called 0 to 1. That is also a very good book. DB HQ. Hello DB, welcome to stream. How long has it been since you left your job? Were you in which company? I left my job 3 months ago, and I cannot name the company because I don't want to get any defamation cases, because I bash that company a lot in my streams. So I don't need any defamation cases. So that's why I will not name the company. Satyam Bhosle, yes, I get it. Even if you check the Zerodha, they have small team, and if you check out their IT department, you can see they have made some open source projects which even they use themselves. That's nice. See, I believe in limited resource and bigger outcome. So that's the thing. Okay, so we were working on, hold on, where is it? Role based limiting. We can do this as well. Okay, get user. Hold on, okay. Okay. Cost base. High limits. Okay, fine. So here I think we need to build a hold on, just a sec. We are using a service controller. Hold on. So we are getting that user request dot user request dot user request dot user. Okay, where is my auth middleware? We have this role. Okay, interesting. We can use this. Here what we can do is await request dot user dot role. Okay, hold on. We have this. Okay. Yeah. So we can do this. So request dot user, we are getting it here, right? And if user dot role, if request dot user user dot Hold on. Request.user.id. I'm getting that user ID. Hold on. So what are we doing here? Request.user ID. Sarav Nag. Welcome to the stream, Sarav Nag. First time in the stream and I love it. Oh, thanks, Sarav Nag. Thanks a lot. Satyam Bhosle, even in the latest VLC dev, Lex Friedman pod, you can see the FMPEG and VLC don't have 1000s of meaningful maintenance. They have least an active maintenance for it. Okay, nice. Satyam, actually, I don't think you need big teams to achieve big goals and pretty good examples of it. Yeah, man, I agree. JBR, welcome to the stream, JBR. Hi, bro. Hi, JBR. Welcome to the stream. What's up? So we are getting this user here, but we have to find the user from the database. Request.user. Okay. Give me the full code. Get user plan. Get user plan. Okay, got it. I got it now. So get user plan. So what we can do is simply we can go here in my backend src utils auth helper export const get user by id equals, will pass the user id of type string. Fine, we have this, and here we can get const user equals await async, make it async await prisma dot user dot find unique where id is user id. We have this, and select, we can mention what we need. Hold on, where's my pg admin pm. Okay, what pm? Satyam, Satyam, by the way, do you think work from home jobs will be there, as PM has addressed it from your state only? Lol. Like, what happened? What, I did not watch the news. What happened? Can you explain? User. Oh, Prime. Okay. What happened? Give me the full news. अरे ये वाला नहीं भाई, ये तो मेरे सास का है. ये क्या खोल रहा हूँ मैं? Not this one. This DB. Where is it? E-commerce application. Schemas. Table. User. Product manager are the most badass idiot. Yeah, project manager are useless in my opinion. Code Kalam, which state are you from? I am from West Bengal. Satyam, our Prime Minister asked companies to increase the work from home like COVID era. Oh, that's nice. I am a big fan of work from home. Saiful Rahman. Hi Abhishek, I'll always join your stream late. Hello Saiful Rahman, welcome to the stream. What's up? Satyam, Amit. Okay, got it, Satyam. JBR, buy less gold. Okay. Thanks for the financial advice, JBR. Okay. So here we are getting first name, last name. Actually, we just need the role. First name. schema select. Okay, nice. Suresh Kumar, welcome to the stream. Suresh, could you tell difference between Spring Data GPA and Spring Data JDBC? Okay, that's a very good question. Uh, JDBC, like, it is a very important Spring Boot question. When I was getting the company training, they were teaching this. I forgot, man. I don't know, Satyam. I forgot difference between JDBC and JPA. Satyam, yes, PM asked, okay. JVR, it's not my advice. Okay, okay, got it. Satyam, bro, do you know about Palantir? No, man, I don't know. Francesco, the person I admire is Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, because of the quote he wrote in 2016 when he delivered the first AI supercomputer to a OpenAI, and 10 years later is the biggest AI industry. Yeah, man, Jensen Huang is also very inspiring. Satyam Bhosle, JDBC is a driver to connect with DB. Yeah, code का JDBC is tech JPA abstraction layer. Okay. Crud. Select. Where is the select statement? Read. Get all records. Select. Where or this and or this. Okay. Between this will be and both should be true. Okay. Filter by related records. Same. Fine. Select. Okay, we have to use true false in select. Got it. So first name should be true. Actually, we don't need first name last name here, but just for the sake of it we are doing it. True. First name, last name. What else do we need? First name, last name, email, true. Password not required. Role and phone number. We need role and get the phone number true. Okay, we are having this, and after this thing we'll return this user. Okay, so we can use this method here. Await by ID and pass the request dot user dot ID. Okay, and here we have user dot role equals to admin. Shivang, ले my technical PM assign me ticket पे ticket. अबे थोड़ा सा. Yeah, man, like I know. Then we have, hold on, where is it? Yeah, then where is it? Key generator. We have this. Okay. Handler. What is this handler? Message we have. What the hell is this handler doing? Okay, let's do one thing, that here user limiter user dot role is admin. Okay, get user plan. Okay, async. 50 user. If there is no request, Saifur Rahman, is utils folder a good place to create get user by ID? Good question. Actually, it's not a good place. But in the repository layer, we have implemented class based auth helper. Actually, we can keep it in helper. That's not an issue. Francisco, what stage of the advanced backend and system design are you right now? What are the next steps? Okay, so next step after rate limiting is we have to go for just a sec. I'll show you. After rate limiting, what is it? Hold on. After rate limiting, it is after rate limiting. Just a sec, guys. Where is it? After rate limiting, the plan is, hold on, phase 3 pagination done, hot caching. Okay, yeah, after rate limiting, I think we can wrap up phase 3. I think, let's see, we have to confirm it. Just a sec. Okay, so let's keep it simple. Here we have this, just kahya. Request.user, if there's no get user plan, if user, okay, fine. Under same thing, we are just return. If it is an admin, we are going to give 6 type number, undefined type number. Okay, okay, else if request if user dot role equals to seller, return 5, else return not else, just return 4. Got this? Okay, yeah, this max. Okay, fine. And user limiter, this user limiter we can get it from an authenticated route. Hold on, product route, user limiter, all products. Okay, so let's go. Let's log in as admin first. Test user 3 is an admin. Get all products. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, got it. Done. This is done. Now let's log in as test user 1, which is a seller. Test user 1 is a seller. Now let's see what we get. 1. Okay, hold on. Let's verify user. Let's keep it before this. Let's keep it here. Okay, let's keep it here. 1 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good. So this is my normal seller. Now let's go for a normal user. Test user 2 is a user. Let's go for here. Now this should be only 4 requests allowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I should get error. Yep, got it. Too many requests. Very good. So now this can be used for the Satyam Bhosle. Plus the shittiest thing, non-tech peeps say it's just a feature, yeah, just a button. Why it's not getting shipped? Yeah, man, it's too frustrating. Shivang, people nowadays don't respect code, but जैसे भी working दे दो, even bad, उसको ठीक करने में 2 sprint लग जाएगा. सही में यार. Okay. Satyam, hello. Be consistent with your file names, man. Yeah, man. Even I was noticing it because I have to be consistent with the file names. Satyam, I learned in a hard way. Okay, Code Kalam, what was your take on Spring Boot versus Node versus Django? Actually, see, Spring Boot is one of the best backend frameworks, in my opinion. But the thing is, as a fresher, it is a little difficult for a fresher to get into Spring Boot, to get a job as a Spring Boot, because even if you go out and search, for freshers off campus, it is very difficult to get a job as a Spring Boot developer, because they will mention that 2 years of experience required in Spring Boot. So how will a fresher get that? So as a fresher, Node.js is the best tech stack, like backend tech stack. JavaScript ecosystem is the best to get a job, and Django is used. But like I got 2 internships using Django, right? So Django also has demand, but you have to be very skilled in Django, because like Django, if somebody is using Python based backend, then the main goal is either they are going for an AI based application. So that's why you have to be very good in it. So Django also has entry point for freshers. So that's the thing. But you have to be very good in Django, and Django has a steeper learning curve. Iron Man, welcome to stream. Bro, why didn't you thought of going into management side, seeing how fast tech is evolving right now? Because see, right now I'm not looking for jobs. I don't want to get a job. My goal is to build my own startup, and I'm not interested in that going for MBA and all, just because tech role is changing. I like to do tech. I like to build things. Shivang, you should use gzip. It should compress your payload. Should be done at root level. Okay, I'll get into that, Shivang. Iron Man, okay. Code Kalam, okay. Iron Man, okay. Okay. Saifur Rahman, where is the rate limit function coming from? This rate limit function is coming from this one, Express rate limit package. Okay, I have learned HTML, CSS, Java, C programming. Now what should I learn? C programming. Okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Go for React.js, and then you will become a front-end developer. And if you want to get into full stack, then after React, get into backend as well with Node.js. Saifur Rahman, what if the user refreshes the page 5 times? Will they get an error? Refreshing, yes, they should get an error. Shivang. Also, can you tell me how you implemented Tessent ID in your backend? You can't see row of same table which owns by different person. That I have implemented. I have created this middleware, auth middleware. This one, where and for that, like data for particular user, we are just checking when in the repository section only. We are checking if a product is created by the user or not. For example, something like this. Like for update product, only the seller who created the product can edit it, right? So for that one, we are passing the product ID and the seller ID, and we are fetching data where user ID and seller ID matches. Only then that user can edit it. That's what I've done. Okay, so this is working, and this is working. This is called dynamic user rate limiting, and this code example should be saved. Okay, hold on, just save it. And this is called user rate limiting user rate limiting. Okay, we have this. What are the tech stack UK? Or what are the tech stack you know? I know like initially I started with Python Django. Then I learned about a bit about Merge Stack, all these things. Then for my job, in my previous job, I was working as Spring Boot developer. Okay. Satyam, bro, would you create a channel in your Discord where we members can pitch their ideas, and who wants to work with the OP can just have a thread in it? Yeah, actually in my Discord there is this channel. I think I have created this channel. I think in my Discord. In my channel here you will see, where is it, just a sec, ideas I did not put. Yeah, startup ideas. Here we have this startup ideas channel, you can pitch it there. Okay, so this thing is working, so just a sec. So step 5 also rate limiting has been implemented. Hold on. So now rate limiting has been implemented. Rate limiting has been implemented. Just a sec. So rate limiting has been implemented. Now we need payload optimization. This is important. This is very important. Payload optimization. Okay. Okay. Performance benchmarking. Okay. Okay. So for that, here we just need to use a select statement. That depends on the need. Satya, make the forum like channel. I mean the channel type should be forum. How to do that? Can you guide me how to create that? Bro, could I know Spring Boot? Already Spring Data exists. Why we need Spring Data JPA? Bro, Spring Boot ka I have to see. Just a sec. JPA, GDBC is a driver actually, and JPA actually in your Spring Boot repository here we have this @ repository annotation, right? So there, like JPA is the ORM. I think JPA is the ORM. JPA is ORM. Yeah, JPA is the ORM that is used by Spring Boot. Like for example, here we are using Prisma. In Spring Boot we use JPA as an ORM. So if you don't use ORM, then you have to draw SQL queries. Abhijit Roy, welcome to stream. Abhijit, do you know any good resource to learn core Java quickly? Core Java, yes, there is a very good YouTube channel called, you can follow these YouTube channels. If you go here, you can go for Telusco. tell you SCO actually. This YouTube channel is good for Java, and you can go for Embark X. This YouTube channel is very good for Java. These YouTube channels are very good for Java. Close this, close this. Okay, so actually phase 3 it has done. Like phase, this is same, this is not so important. Okay, phase 3 is done, guys. Okay, so we have this user ID based rate limiting. This is IP based rate limiting. IP based rate limiting. Okay, this is also IP based fixed token. What is that called? Fixed token. What was the name of the algorithm? Fixed window rate limiting. Okay, IP based. This is also IP based. User ID based fixed window rate limiting. Okay, and this is a dynamic user rate limiting. This is fixed rate limiting, fixed window rate limiting. User ID fixed window rate limiting. Copy this. And here we have, this also is IP based. Okay, bro, GPA is different from Spring Data GPA, bro. Okay, Satyam, create channel on the choose forum, channel type fixed window algo. Bro, you doing this YouTube and Discord thing like seriously as XYZ priority or just fun? Just fun. Actually, streaming, I do streaming at night because during my daytime I work on my, like, freelancing, one-on-one calls, and also on my startup. And at night I just want to, like, do development for myself so that I can learn and I can chill, I can be consistent. Could you use this scenario where exactly rate limiting is useful? Actually, rate limiting is one of the major solution when it comes to preventing denial of service attacks. So here you can see that for example, an API allows only 100 requests per minute per user. If user exits this, like, so that bots cannot use our application, something like that. DOS attacks or DDoS attacks, denial of service, DOS attacks. Yes, okay, fine. So rate limiting has been done seriously and properly now, and this thing actually, this key generator, this has been very important. Okay, fine. Close this, close this, close this, close this, close this, close this, and hold on. So if I go here and if I go to the top, what we did, okay, also done. So in this here I can mark rate limiting. Let's mark rate limiting. So we understood rate limiting as well. Satyam, bro, were you thinking of building your own LLM? Yes, that's one of my goal to build my own LLM. I guess building an LLM is not a big issue, not easy. I know, but still, but gathering data like existing player got a first mover advantage. True. Why are you not using coding agent? Because here we are trying to learn. We can scrape Reddit and etc. platforms now. Yep. Okay. Price Tech UG. I thought in Spring Boot we use Flyway as our Prisma. Okay. Welcome to the stream, Bryce Tech UG. Prabhat Yadav. Welcome to the stream, Prabhat. Hey, can you share all these Notion sheets? Yeah, like I have shared this one in my Discord server. You can join the Discord server. The link is in the description of the stream. Suresh Kumar, I know that. I hope you know that horizontal partitioning. If you know that, then kindly tell me how to practically. Vertical partitioning, like I know about vertical and horizontal scaling. I do. What is vertical partitioning? Give me an example. Saifur Rahman, your thoughts on blockchain solidity? I think the hype is gone. Actually, see, blockchain is actually very solid technology, and it can be used, you know, in a very secure transactions. So apart from cryptocurrencies, blockchain does have a lot of applicability, but people are not doing it, in my opinion. We can't scrape Reddit. Actually, Reddit is selling their data to Google. They made an agreement, I think. Typo. Okay, fine. So rate limiting is done. Okay, hold on. Rate limiting is done. Rate limiting here is done. Pops up queues and session storage. Session storage. Hold on. Logging after stand. Testing. Stand. Phase 3 advanced Nginx done, I think. But Nginx more I need some more practice. CID CD also is left. System design, hashing layers, database cap theorem, horizontal scaling, vertical scaling, URL shortener, phase 4. Add importancy, okay. API, Kafka, Docker, and done Docker. So, Kubernetes, EC2, yes, S3. Shanti. E-commerce patent finally is done. Suresh, what does partition means splitting database table into vertical into multiple tables? Actually, that is called normalization, I feel. Yes, I know about normalization. I did not know that it is called partitioning, but I know about normalization. NLP Claude. Any opinions on Rust? I have been learning Rust over past 2 weekends, and I am keen on learning how performance system works. Any suggestion for project related to this? See, Rust. I think you can. There is this streamer. I see her streams, or just a sec. Yeah, this one, Bash Buni. Like she was doing Rust few days ago, and you can follow this roadmap that she built. It is good for Rust, I think. Okay, JBR. Instead of Aadhaar, we can all have citizen, have blockchain. Actually, if we do that, then that will be a very good solution. But people will not do it. Satyam Bhosle, bro, I met a Russian guy online and we collaborating on a project, learning through building. Oh, that's great, Satyam. Bryce Tech, for your project, don't you think Nest.js would have been better? Opinion, option, it's very modular. Yeah, I know, like Nest.js would have been better, but see here the main goal is to focus main on the backend and system design concept, and I was already familiar with Express.js, so that's why I went with Express. Saifur Rahman, I want to use this repo as a boilerplate for my next Node.js project. Yeah, you can go for this. You can go to my GitHub repository. And by the way, guys, if you are interested in my GitHub repository, the code is in the description of the stream. You can use it, and you can just use this code as the boilerplate. Okay. Satyam Bose, thanks to Reddit and Discord. I regret starting off this too late. Just I 1 to 2 years ago. Yeah, man. Michi X, welcome to stream, Michi. Learning all this for your business or another job? For my business, actually, I want to build my own startup, and the vision that I have, it's a serious backend heavy startup. So that's why I'm focusing more on startup, learning these things. I'm not looking for jobs. I had a job and left my job 3 months ago now. So yeah. Bro, I'm using Discord for alerts from the observability layer. Bani boy, okay. How to normalize, bro, practically? Actually, normalization, I'll give you one example. For example, you have this database table. For example, this is a database table like student ID, then name, then which course the student is taking, and what is the address of this user, of this student. For example, this is your table, and this is your data in the table like ID1, X, Y course, address, Z, and then user 2, alpha, beta, gamma. Like for example, these are the datas, right? So this looks correct, right? But if we want to make it normalized, what we can do is we can create, this is your student table, right? So what can be and this is your primary key, this is the primary key. So what can be first level normalization of this? What we can do is we can create another course table, another table called course, right? And here we have course ID, and we can have which student is taking this course, right? We have this, and for example, course ID, this is the course name, basically course name, and course name. For example, we have course name here, another column, right? And now course ID 1 and student ID 1, and the course name is X here, and then course 2, student ID 2, and course name is beta here. So what can we do now? So basically this has been normalized to this table now. Basically I can have the student ID, student name, and the address, right? So here we have ID, student ID 1, name X, and address Z. So now this is the primary key and this is the foreign key which points out to this ID. So this is first level normalization, right? So yeah, that's the thing. Satyam, we follow niche YouTube channels too, bro. Yeah man. सैफुर रहमान भाई, जब आपका 1 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर हो जाए हो गया तो आप हमें भूल जाओगे। नहीं भाई, जो लाइक आई विल नेवर बुक। मेरे को अभी भी मेरे पुराने सब्सक्राइबर्स याद है, लोकेश, इब्राहिम मोहसिन, देन देर वॉज दिस ओल्ड सब्सक्राइबर 9 AM games, then we have Deepak Kanpal, Dipanshu. There are so many subscribers. I remember, like, because they come to my stream regularly. Bryce Tech, are you recruiting on your startup? Not right now, because right now my startup has not been funded and it is not generating revenue. So, yep. Bye and good night. Bye, JBR. Aditya, can you share your current roadmap? Yeah, I have actually shared the current roadmap in the Discord channel. Okay, am I the OG followers club? Yeah, like I remember your name, Satyam. Now I remember your name. So yeah, actually my memory is sharp, so I remember names very easily. And there's another subscriber called Tarun. So he has been following my streams for quite a long. So there are so many subscribers. I remember the name. So yeah. Just a sec. We have this. Okay. Sahil Joshi. Sahil Sobhani. What are you working on? I'm trying to learn advanced backend system design, and we have built the backend for that. Like e-commerce, we build the backend of an e-commerce, and we complete a phase 3 today. Just a sec. I should commit the code. Yep. Now it's time to commit the code. Go here. It is seeing time. Let's do it from here. Close it. Git status. Git add. Git status. Hold on. Yeah. Git commit -m rate limiting implemented. Git push to origin from main. Okay. Satya, member. What member? Okay, just a sec. We have this rate limiting code has been pushed, and if I go here, close it. If I go to my GitHub, updated now, and if I go to backend and src middlewares rate limit, yeah, this one, rate limit there, app.ts, fine. And just sec, modules, auth route, I have this auth limiter, fine. So this is here, and guys, the code is available in the GitHub, in my GitHub repository, and the GitHub repository link in the description of the stream. Okay, are you handwriting all of it? Yes, like I'm trying to learn, and then we are trying to implement it. Like it's a practical backend, advanced backend system design that I'm following. Saifur Rahman, I am only a viewer from Pakistan. Actually, I had one more viewer from Pakistan. He was, like he used to come to my stream. So he has not been joining for a long time. Okay. Okay. Mohit Sharma, welcome to stream, Mohit. How old are you, bro? I'm 25 years old. Bryce Tech, don't you think it's better to separate backend and frontend into different repos, or putting them together is better? Actually, I usually put them together. in one repo. But when we are deploying it, we can mention, for example, here if you go, where is it? Where is it? Shadura, SAS, not this one. Hold on. Appointment booking SAS. So here, if you see, I have this backend and front end folder. So when we deploy, we can specifically mention the path inside the code, and we can branch it out. So that will not be an issue. But if you want, you can create a separate repository. But usually it is a better practice to keep it in one repository. So yeah. Close this. Close this. Profile. Okay. Saifur Rahman, your neighbor. Okay. Sahil Josh. Sahil. It says updated time on the. Actually, I know it says updated, but I have this OCD where I don't check it. I don't feel good unless I see it on the screen. I feel, like something can go wrong. Darshan, any suggestion or comments on writing prompts? You have to be very detailed when writing prompt and specify a role to the GPT. Then it performs better, I have seen. Satyam bro, why are you not using monorepo? I checked 2 projects with the backend and front end. Aren't those monorepos? Actually, no, these are not monorepo. If you go here you will see that it's not monorepo. Like it's front end, back end inside the same repository, but they have separate package.json files, right? But if you see complete monorepo code, I'll show you right now. Just a sec. Here you will see that in backend I have a package.json, and in front end I have a package.json file, right? But in true monorepo, what happens is that क्या हो रहा है ये log app. In a true monorepo structure, what you will see is that, there's a package.json that is outside the client and server folder, right? It is outside the client and server folder. So if you go inside server, you will see a package.json for this server and a client package.json for this server, but there's also a package.json outside client and server, and which is shared by both. So this is a basic monorepo structure. So yeah, that's what I know. I may be wrong, I don't know. Let's see what's happening in my Twitter. So now it's time to start phase 4. What was in my phase 4? We have to get into phase 4 now. Hi bro, hello Piyush, welcome to the stream. Satyam, bro, suppose if I'm moving from Kolkata and you have 2 options, financial capital, tech capital, where will you live? I'll go for financial capital, because see, tech, I can create a team online, people can work from home, and we can connect with tech founders, like people related to tech, like living anywhere. But if you are in financial capital, you can find people who can be interested in your product and they can fund your product. Vinay Naik, welcome to stream, Vinay. Bro, can you show that Notion sheet? I can't see in Discord. Can you show me the channel at least? Just a sec, I'll show you. If you go to the Discord, go to my Discord. In your project, have you implemented any external API or service? Yes, I have used Google APIs in my appointment booking SaaS. I use Google Calendar API. Mohit Sharma, just started MCA this year. Any advice? I love Python. Also grinding DSA regularly from the starting. Okay, just be consistent and build projects from day one. Like build projects. That's the gold mine. Albert Tesla, welcome to stream, Albert. It doesn't matter where you put backend and frontend in the same repo or not. True. Mama, welcome to stream, Mama. Is it me or his mic is not working sometimes? Yeah, like, am I having mic issues, guys? Do let me know. Darshan, is there any effects if you write capitalized prompt? No effects. Satyam, you should try PNP workspaces. You'll be amazed, and mostly go with those if you have front end and back end. Strongly recommend if you're SaaS. Yeah, even some people were recommending me for going for a PNPM. What about turbo repo? Actually, I have not got into turbo repo in detail. I have to learn. So guys, if you go to my Discord server, and here you will see this thing. If you go to the resources part, and here I have shared this, I've shared this here, how to pin this message. Yeah, pin it. So this thing is here. Okay. Fine. And by the way, guys, the link to my Twitter is in the description of the stream. I'm more active on Twitter. Interesting. Turbo Duplex for caching and stuff for depth management. PNPM good. PNPM plus Turbo. Search about PNPM. Okay, I'll check about it. As an interesting Danco, the 2 to 4 hours scrolling each day is more than enough time to write a book. Build a business. Okay, yeah, true. I think Bangalore HSR. Okay, nice. On a VPS, trust me. Okay. I have a laptop and a strong internet. How can I make money online? Okay. कंपनी लॉन्च होते ही तुम लोग फीचर कॉपी कर लेते हो, डिप्लॉय क्या ही करे जनता. इंट्रोड्यूसिंग ओपन एआई डिप्लॉयमेंट कंपनी which will help business managers succeed with deployments of AI. Okay, fine. Some of my prompts are looking like blogs. I use audio tools, but somehow I think more while writing. Okay. Thank you, Sahil. Thanks for following, man, on Twitter. Yeah, like how to create a forum. Just a sec. Guide me. Satyam, you have to guide me now. How to create that channel. That forum that you're talking about. Guide me now. Just a sec. Close this. Go to my Discord. Create the channel plus button. Channel plus, hold on. एक सेकंड, कहाँ है वो प्लस बटन? एक से भाई नूब हुआ यार मैं डिस्कॉर्ड का. क्रिएट चैनल. ओके, वेलकम सेक्शन. क्रिएट चैनल. यस, क्रिएट अ चैनल. क्रिएट चैनल. ओके. फोरम, गॉट इट. व्हाट शुड बी द नेम ऑफ द फोरम? क्या नाम रखूँ मैं? व्हाट शुड बी द नेम? नॉलेज सेक्शन के बाजू में. ओके, क्या नाम रखूँ? व्हाट शुड ओनली स्टेटेड मेंबर्स एंड रोल्स विल बी. ओके. What should be the name? Satyam, what should be the name? And guys, do let me in the chat also what should be the name of this channel, of this forum. Like it's for, discussing startup ideas, any ideas, project ideas to startup ideas. Okay, we have already a channel called Startup Ideas. Let's give project ideas. Project आइडियाज़. पी कैपिटल होता है क्या इसमें? नहीं होता. ओके. प्रोजेक्ट आइडियाज़ फोरम क्रिएट चैनल. ओके. सेट परमिशन फोरम्स लेट एवरीवन पोस्ट टिपिकल एंगेजमेंट. ओके. अब इसमें क्या क्या डालना है? 2 बनाओ नॉलेज आइडियाज़, स्टार्टअप आइडियाज़ को भी फोरम बनाओ, वरना आइडिया चैट में निकल जाएगी. ओके. एक सेकेंड. हाउ टू स्टार्टअप आइडियाज़ को कैसे चेंज कर सकते हैं क्या? कैन आई चेंज इट? ओके. Try forum first yourself, you will get it, and then delete the thread. This is to check the forum. पोस्ट क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? हेलो गाइस, पोस्ट. ओके, व्हाट्सअप. ये हो क्या रहा है? ओके ओके, वी कैन क्रिएट. ओके ओके, सो ये तो बन गया है. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? वेयर इज इट? कहाँ से आया नोटिफिकेशन? न्यू अनरीड. हाय, about this will be the thread per post. Okay, got it. Fine, this is done. Notifications. Mohit, thanks Mohit for following. All right. Now this, just a sec. Same है भाई, समझ गया. Alright everyone, I'll wrap up now. And so today we have completed phase 3 as well. So from next stream I'll be starting phase 4. So from next stream we'll be starting phase 4 as well. So, and thanks for joining the stream, and if you enjoyed this stream, do consider subscribing to this channel and drop a like. And I'll see you in the next stream. Until then, एक second, outro खराब हो गया, एक second. Alright guys, I think I'll wrap up now, and thanks for joining the stream. And if you enjoyed this stream, then do consider subscribing to this channel and drop a like. And today we complete phase 3, and from tomorrow we'll be starting phase 4. Okay, भाई मेरी वेबसाइट. ओके, डिलीट करो उस पोस्ट को. कौन से पोस्ट को? एक सेकंड, कौन सा पोस्ट भाई? एक सेकंड, कौन सा पोस्ट? डिस्कॉर्ड भी हैंग हो जाता है क्या कभी कभी? द हेल इज रॉन्ग विद डिस्कॉर्ड नाउ. क्या दिक्कत है भाई? फोरम में गया. वेयर इज फोरम. इसको डिलीट कैसे करें? हाउ टू डिलीट दिस? डिलीट पोस्ट. ओके, डिलीट हो गया. फाइन, अंडरस्टूड. मेक रूल्स. क्या? नो स्पैमिंग सबसे पहले. नो इरिटेटिंग others. Number 3, don't make it cringe like LinkedIn. Share your ideas respectfully. Save changes. Okay bro, can you review a project? कौन सा वेबसाइट है आपका? You can join the Discord server and drop the link there. I'll watch it after the stream. Alright everyone, I'll wrap up now, and thanks for joining the stream. And if you enjoyed the stream, do consider subscribing to this channel and drop a like. I'll see you in the next stream. And today we completed phase 3, and from the next stream we'll be starting phase 4 of advanced backend and system design. So I'll see you in the next stream. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye and good night. भाई विनायक की साइट रिव्यू कर दो प्लीज़. कौन सी साइट है? डिस्कॉर्ड पे है क्या? शेयर योर प्रोजेक्ट आइडियाज़. एक सेकेंड. शेयर योर लिंक इन दी वेबसाइट इन दी डिस्कॉर्ड. शेयर द लिंक हियर. ओके, फाइन. Alright everyone, I'll wrap up now. Thanks for joining.